run for some guys some nights. That would be the way I would go this evening.
I can deal with it. I like it. That'd be fantastic. The middle of that lineup, you get some runs out of that crew, we're good to go, especially off Frankie Montas. You got to get him, got to take care of him because he's ripe for the picking right now. So let's send it up to Citi Field. Should be a fun game. Game 2 coming up. Hopefully the Braves get on top quickly and get the job done. For Lucas Kochevar, for Joe Virgin, for Chris Domino, I'm Barrett Sallee. Let's head up to New York. Ben and Darren right now.
Level up your summer projects with 4th of July savings on top brand cordless power tools from the Home Depot. Whether you're working on a fence, a planter box, or a new workbench, get the power and runtime you need with the Ryobi One Plus 18-volt 2 toolkit from the Home Depot for only $99, was $139. Get 4th of July savings on the cordless power you need to make summer projects easier than ever. Right now at the Home Depot.
Go ahead, caller. Got a question for Michael Harris II?
Hey, Mike. Are you giving away your Bronco again this year?
You know it. Let me tell you how. One lucky fan could drive home Michael Harris II's custom Ford Bronco. Go to winmoneymikesbronco.com and get a link to enter for a chance to win today.
This year, it was all my idea.
No purchase necessary. Odds depend on entries received. Open to select legal residents of Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, and Tennessee 18 or older. Rules at winmoneymikesbronco.com. Entries must be received by and sweeps ends 9/2/25. Void where prohibited.
Welcome to Dugout Radio, the undisputed home of Boomtown Baseball.
The Wi-Fi is booming with Xfinity, baby. Our next caller is
Stacy. How do you stay locked in on every pitch and play?
We stream it all live on Xfinity Internet with low lag, 99.99% network reliability, and speeds faster than a base runner beating the throw to home plate.
I stream on my TV, tablets, even my smart fridge.
Smart fridge?
With all those games, we gotta refuel.
Stream live baseball with Wi-Fi built for the biggest moments. Xfinity. Restrictions apply. Actual speeds vary, not guaranteed.
Don't miss an incredible lineup of Braves giveaways this season, including bobbleheads, collectibles, and a replica jersey. Visit Braves.com/promos to see them all.
Attention, Braves fans. Ever wanted to win a Yanmar UTV or a Yanmar SA223 tractor? Well, here's your chance. It's the Yanmar Strikeout the Side inning. During the 8th inning of every Braves game, one lucky fan will be selected for a chance to win a Yanmar UTV if the Braves pitcher strikes out the side. Plus, at the end of the season, you could win the grand prize, a Yanmar SA223 tractor. Register now at Braves.com/Yanmar for your chance to win the Yanmar Strikeout the Side inning, where the excitement never stops.
When you need a lawyer after an auto accident, don't just choose any legal team. Make the right call with Ken Nugent. Ken is based in Georgia. Other big-name legal teams aren't even from this area. Strike one. Ken gets you your money quick, while other legal teams waste your time. Strike two. Ken and his team are with you from start to finish. Other legal teams pass you off to a secondary team. Strike three. 3 strikes. Those other legal teams are out. One call to Ken. That's all you need. 404-CALL-KEN.
One call, that's all. Hey, Braves fans, summer is officially here, and you know what that means. Bugs, termites, mosquitoes, ants, and roaches will be out in full force. Luckily, you can trust the pros at Arrow Exterminators to keep your home pest-free inside and out. Arrow protects homes and businesses and is the official pest control provider of Truist Park and the Braves, so you know you're getting the best from the best. To set up a free pest inspection, call 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com.
Don't miss Tom Glavine and his Hall of Fame Insight every Monday afternoon at 3:30 during Chuck and Chernoff on the radio home of the Braves, 680 The Fan and the Fan app.
The 2025 Atlanta Braves are battle-tested. This roster is ready to pop, and every game this summer is a chance to get back in the fight.
And the first pitch to Acuna, he swings, he drives one. Is this real life? It's a home run by Acuna. 1-0 Braves. Holy smokes!
With some incredible starting pitching and a roster loaded with stars, don't ever count this team out.
Out towards third, backhanded and fouled around by Riley. Long throw. Ho, ho, ho! What a play by Riley!
It's time for the Braves to get things going. Atlanta Braves baseball on the Braves Radio Network is brought to you by the original Louisiana hot sauce. Flavor favors the bold. Your local Ford dealers, proud partner of your Atlanta Braves. The Home Depot, how doers get more done. Your local Hyundai dealer, proud sponsor of the Atlanta Braves. John Foy and Associates Personal Injury Law. Get the strong arm. Arrow Exterminators. Make the right call and protect your home or business from pests by calling 888-GO-ARROW. Peachtree Orthopedics. Same day, evenings and Saturdays. It's time to get better. SeatGeek, the official ticket marketplace of the Atlanta Braves. Yanmar Tractors and Engines, an official partner of the Atlanta Braves grounds crew. Your Atlanta area Lexus dealer. Experience amazing. Simply Sport, the official CBD partner of your Atlanta Braves. TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit TimberTech.com. City of Hope, Atlanta, making hope a reality for cancer patients throughout the Southeast. Attorney Ken Nugent. One call, that's all. Xfinity. Get the fastest connection to the Braves and stream the biggest moments from the best seat in the house with Xfinity. Pennington Grass Seed, official partner of the Atlanta Braves grounds crew. ServPro. When disaster strikes, call ServPro to make it like it never even happened. Saya LTL Freight, the official freight and logistics company of the Atlanta Braves. Corona Extra. La Playa awaits. Georgia Power, the official electric energy partner of the Atlanta Braves. IBEW Local 613. Truist Park keeps the lights on with IBEW 613 electricians. The Battery Atlanta's own ASW Distillery, home of the award-winning Fiddler Bourbon. TYM Tractors, a winning lineup, together as one. Tonight, you won't want to miss a minute of Atlanta Braves baseball live from Citi Field in New York as Ozzie Albies and the Braves take on the Mets. This is Atlanta Braves baseball on the Braves Radio Network, lit by Louisiana Hot Sauce.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome into Atlanta Braves baseball. Tonight from Citi Field here in New York, it's the second game in a series of 4 between the Braves and the Mets. On the mound for the Braves tonight, right-hander Spencer Strider, and going for the Mets, it'll be Frankie Montas. Great to have you with us, alongside Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick. Ben Ingram here with you. And Darren, the Braves are 4-0 versus the Mets this season, and they've done it by doing multiple things well. But at the top of that list, it's the pitching, and the Braves scored just 3 runs last night. That was enough to win a game. That hasn't happened too many times this season.
Yeah, that's Spencer Swellenbach really was the star of the show yesterday on the pitching side. Great performances out of the bullpen as well from Dylan Lee. But, yeah, that 3-run threshold hasn't been very kind to the Braves this year. They're just 3-31 when scoring 3 or less runs. So, and last night was the first time that's happened without it being extra innings. So the first real close, low-scoring game the Braves have won all year, which is hard to say.
Yeah, it is. Well, that was game number 77 of the season, so you want to mix in a lot more of those here in the final 85 games of the season. You should have an opportunity to score a few more runs tonight, and that's just going on what we've seen out of Frankie Montas' minor league numbers. This will be his Mets debut, and as they have ramped him up coming back from a lat injury, it hasn't gone well for him, has it?
No, it really hasn't. You could definitely say that. Yeah, he's in his innings in AAA, he's given up as many home runs as he has scored strikeouts. So he's been really shaky. Braves hit him pretty hard last summer when he was at full speed. So coming back here, there's just a lot of factors in play. And I do expect these Braves to score him early. And the question with a rehabbing pitcher is how stretched out is he going to be? And the other thing is it's going to be almost 100 degrees. So it's going to be an interesting day on the mound for Montas here.
That's a great segue into my next point. You and I have been talking about the heat. And look, in the middle of summer, you expect warm temperatures, but for New York, this is significantly higher than what they expect. Braves didn't even take BP today because of the heat.
Yeah, you do everything you can to try and manage the load on these guys. And, every day you play these games, the most important guy on the field is the starting pitcher. So today it's Spencer Strider. And I think he really stands out as a starting pitcher who's going to have started preparing probably 2 or 3 days before this with electrolytes and water. And the other thing, just thinking about it, he pitches without an undershirt. So it keeps him a little cool, radiates some body heat. He'll be ready to go and prepared to handle this heat here tonight.
All right, looking forward to it. Right now, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Every Atlanta Braves game, live on the air and streaming free on the app.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan.
Well, upon our return, I'll introduce you to the starting lineups. Then right after that, we'll have the first pitch of the game. Braves and Mets coming up tonight on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
In baseball, there are plenty of things you can count on. A sea of foam fingers, kids lining up for autographs, catching the wave as it makes its way around the stands. In healthcare, there are things you can rely on just the same, like counting on United Healthcare for reliable Medicare coverage with low out-of-pocket costs. With United Healthcare, you'll find a wide range of Medicare plans to choose from to fit your budget, your needs, and your life. Learn more at uhc.com.
A golf instructor who knows technique can improve an aspiring pro's swing. But one who really cares can help transform a career.
There he is, your new champion.
When you team up with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC, leading based on top 10 U.S. commercial bank.
The original Louisiana brand hot sauce. It's the perfect balance of peppers, vinegar, and the salty tears of Mets fans. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some.
Ever wonder where the capital A in Chick-fil-A came from? It started with grade A, top quality chicken. But we believed everything, not just the food, should be grade A. The A in Chick-fil-A is for all the little things we do to bring you our best every day.
Hey Atlanta, it's the little things we do together that can make a big difference. Atlanta area Chick-fil-A restaurants are teaming up with the Atlanta Braves Foundation on the Home Plate Project to help fight food security for families in need. Show your support by visiting braves.com/homeplate to learn more about food distributions in your area.
Jim Chastain here with ASW Distillery and some new additions to our star-studded bourbon lineup. Our Fiddler Bourbon, finished on Georgia Oak, was just named a world's best small batch bourbon. Our Fiddler Chin Music Toasted Bourbon collaboration with the Braves just won a double gold medal. And we're releasing a limited 8-year-old Fiddler Chin Music Bourbon finished on Marucci Maple Bats that celebrates the Braves' 8th anniversary at Truist Park and the mid-season event where all the stars align for Atlanta to host the biggest names in baseball. Look for Fiddler Chin Music 8 Years Blue Label this June.
Attention Braves fans, we have a major announcement. Tire Discounters is back as the tire retailer partner of the Braves. Here's their snazzy jingle.
Sorry to interrupt, but all of us at Tire Discounters are really excited because every time the Braves hit a homer, we're giving all the fans a great deal. Cash off on select tires and free alignments. And free oil changes. Okay, roll it. See store for details.
Hey Braves fans, this is Finn here. How well do you know us in the locker room? Your answer could win you a pair of Braves tickets during our 7 o'clock hour every weekday morning on 680 The Fan.
Back in New York, taking you right up to first pitch here for Game 2. It is very hot tonight. We're talking about the heat last night, but it's been 100 degrees here for the last hour and a half. And these two teams settling in for a warm night here in New York. Time now for the starting lineups powered by Georgia Power, the official electric energy partner of the Atlanta Braves. And we'll start off with Brian Snitker's Braves. Braves a winner last night, so the record at 36-41. And the Braves in third place of the East, 10.5 games back of division-leading Philadelphia. Leading it off for the Braves tonight, right fielder Ronald Acuna Jr. He has a multiple-hit effort in 4 straight games now. Hit a homer last night. Batting second, first baseman Matt Olson, and hitting third, designated hitter Marcell Ozuna. Batting cleanup, third baseman Austin Riley, who tripled last night. He'll be followed by the catcher Drake Baldwin. Batting sixth, second baseman Ozzie Albies. Hitting seventh, left fielder Alex Verdugo. Batting eighth for the Braves, center fielder Michael Harris. And batting ninth, shortstop Nick Allen. On the mound for the Braves, right-hander Spencer Strider. He is 2-5 this season with a 3.89 ERA, but back-to-back wins in his last 2 outings. So again for the Braves, Acuna, Olson, and Ozuna, Riley, Baldwin, Albies, Verdugo, Harris, Allen, and Strider on the mound. Now for Carlos Mendoza's Mets. They've dropped their last 2. They've dropped 9 of their last 10, and they're 46-33, sitting in second place in the East, a game and a half back of the Phillies, and they'll lead it off tonight with their shortstop Francisco Lindor. Batting second, left fielder Brandon Nimmo. Batting third, right fielder Juan Soto, and hitting cleanup, first baseman Pete Alonso. Batting fifth, designated hitter Starling Marte. Batting sixth, center fielder Jeff McNeil. Hitting seventh, catcher Luis Torrens. Batting eighth, third baseman Brett Beatty. Batting ninth, second baseman Ronnie Mauricio. And on the mound, making his Mets debut in his first appearance this season, right-hander Frankie Montas. Montas had an ERA over 12 in 6 minor league rehab appearances. So again, for the Mets, it's Lindor, Nimmo, Soto, Alonso, Marte, McNeil, Torrens, Beatty, Mauricio, Montas on the mound. You know who's in there? They'll be on the field when we come back. Braves and Mets coming up on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Hey, small business owners, it's Matt Chernoff here to tell you about First Liberty Building and Loan and the Frost family. Are you looking to buy a business or franchise, build a new building, any dream that you have for your business? First Liberty can help. When the big banks say no, they say yes. So if you need $750,000 or more in financing, then you need to contact First Liberty Building and Loan at firstlibertyga.com. Fill out a simple form and you'll know in minutes if you're a fit. Again, find all the info online at firstlibertyga.com. That's firstlibertyga.com.
Napa has the parts and the expertise to help your business stay ahead of the game. That's why Napa is a proud partner of the 2025 Atlanta Braves, two legends driven to win from the field to the open road. While Napa is powering fleets and garages across the country, the Braves are delivering pennants, MVPs, and championships. So no matter the size of your business, Napa are the pros that know how to keep you moving at full speed.
There are 444 winners through July 1st, so what are you waiting for? Hurry and play Cash 4 today to instantly win an extra $444 only from the Georgia Lottery.
Have you ever wondered if there was something special you could put on your food to make it even better? There is, and it's called the Original Louisiana Brand Hot Sauce, perfectly blending zesty peppers, tangy vinegar, and salty salt. The Original Louisiana Brand Hot Sauce makes curly fries into curl your toes fries, and every plate of nachos into nacho heck yeah. Only the Original Louisiana Brand Hot Sauce is bold enough to be the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some.
My name is Patrick, and I'm the Military Outreach Manager at the Warrior Alliance. I served in the U.S. Army as an airborne ranger and deployed to several combat zones in support of the global war on terror. Veterans bring excellence through our work ethic, skills, and civic duty. However, transitioning to civilian life can be difficult, as we all share a loss of purpose when leaving the military. Returning veterans have earned and deserve our support so they can thrive on their journey home. The Warrior Alliance understands the challenge and is helping warriors navigate to success after service. Join us in changing thousands of lives for the better. Donate today at thewarrioralliance.org.
Great teams win with smart plays. Just like great businesses win with Saia LTL Freight. As the exclusive freight and logistics company of the Atlanta Braves, Saia brings nationwide customer-first service that delivers every time. Need to move shipments across the country? Saia covers all the bases, coast to coast, to keep your business running smoothly. Make Saia part of your starting lineup. Visit Saia.com. That's SAIA.com.
Stream Braves baseball in crystal clear HD on the Fan app. Now with Apple CarPlay, so you can get it directly through your dashboard. Download the Fan app now.
Back at Citi Field, where it's hotter than two squirrels wrestling inside a wool sock. Getting you ready for Game 2 in this series. Braves and the Mets. Lineup cards have just been exchanged. Mets taking the field. Want to remind you to cash in on the baseball action with Prize Picks, the official daily fantasy sports partner of the Atlanta Braves. Download Prize Picks and use code BRAVES and get $50 instantly when you play $5. You must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details. Braves coming out of the third base dugout wearing the traveling gray uniforms. Gray uniform tops and pants, red lettering, red numerals outlined in navy. Atlanta across the chest on top of the red tomahawk. Meanwhile, the Mets out of the first base dugout wearing their home white uniform tops, white pants with the blue pinstripes, blue lettering, blue numerals outlined in orange, and Mets in cursive across the chest of their white uniforms. Tire Discounters Round Tripper Home Run Promotion offers Braves fans a next day instant savings on sets of select tires, plus a free alignment and a free oil change. The more homers the Braves hit, the bigger the deals at Tire Discounters. Learn more at tirediscounters.com/Braves. Behind the plate calling balls and strikes, it's Adam Hammery. First base umpire is James Jean. Second base umpire is John Tumpain, and the third base umpire is Todd Titchener. Mets fan out defensively with Pete Alonso at first base. Ronnie Mauricio is at second base. Francisco Lindor is the shortstop, and Brett Beatty is at third. In the outfield for the Mets, it's Brandon Nimmo in left, Jeff McNeil in center field, Juan Soto mans right field. Luis Torrens is the catcher, and the pitcher On the mound for the first time as a Met this season, big right-hander Frankie Montas, 6'2", 255 pounds. He's from the Dominican. He's 32 years old. The Mets signed him in the offseason to a 2-year, $34 million deal, and he's been battling a lat strain and has been sidelined since February. He made 6 appearances in the minor leagues, making rehab appearances, had an ERA over 12, and for the first time this season, he's on the mound for the Mets. He'll be facing Ronald Acuna, Matt Olson, and Marcell Ozuna here in the top of the first inning. Braves have gone 4-0 versus the Mets this season, looking for another win tonight versus Montas and the Metropolitans. Acuna ready, so is Montas. And now for the ball game. The first pitch is going to miss low, starting up at 7:10 Eastern, 6:10 Central, and 97 degrees here in the ballpark at the time of first pitch. Temperatures reached 100 today in the city. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way to Ronald Acuna. That'll be tip foul. Check swing there at a 1-1 count. The time of the first pitch brought to you by Schumann Farms. Look for Real Sweet Brand Vidalia onions from Schumann Farms in a store near you. We're talking about Montas and the struggles that he's had in his rehab appearances. 6 minor league rehab appearances and a ton of base runners, lots of homers allowed. Here's the 1-1 pitch all the way to Ronald Acuna, and he'll take a ball inside. And with the arsenal that he has, Darren, what do you think he was working on most, and where is he good when he is good?
Well, we don't have much data on him this year, as you said, because he spent all his time rehabbing that lat strain in AAA, but we do have some numbers from last season.
There's the 2-1 to Ronald Acuna. And Ronald takes a called strike, sinker 97.
You know, early here, I don't think velocity was the problem in the minor leagues. He's sitting right 96, 97 with that 4-seam fastball. He also throws a sinker and a cutter. Those are his 3 favorite pitches, those 3 different fastballs.
2-2 to Acuna, and a called third strike on the inside corner with a 96-mile-an-hour sinker.
That looked pretty good there for Montas here early. His best off-speed pitch is probably his splitter. That's his swing and miss pitch. He got a bunch of strikeouts on that pitch last year when he was healthy. Pitched with the Reds and the Brewers last season. Saw his strikeout rate spike a lot with the Brewers, and that might have led to that off-season contract he signed with these Mets.
He's got a lot to live up to, making his first start with the Mets, signing that 2-year deal. Matt Olson takes a ball high and outside. Well, the Mets have really been battered on the mound, not just in the statistical department, but also with injuries as well. They've had multiple injuries, especially lately. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way to Matt Olson. Frankie Montas fires, and there's a ball low and outside, missed with a cutter. So to get Montas healthy, that's a step in the right direction for them, but they've still been without Kodai Senga and Tylor McGill, as both of them are on the IL. Braves have put up good numbers in Montas' career. There's the 2-0 pitch on the way. That'll miss outside to Olson. In fact, the Braves have seen Montas twice in his career. Both were last season. And those 2 games that you mentioned, one is a Red, one is a Brewer. And he has a career .756 ERA versus the Braves. No score here early. Here's the 3-0 pitch. And Olson takes a strike on the inside corner. I think the number that jumps out to me is that home run number that you mentioned in his rehab appearances. As many homers allowed as strikeouts recorded. And the Braves hoping for some long balls tonight. Here's the 3-1 pitch all the way to Olson. And he'll swing and send one foul. Late on that fastball coming in at 97. And the counter runs full.
Yeah, his numbers were really just awful on his rehab starts, and it prompted the team to make such statements as, we believe in the player, and that when the lights come on, he'll be the same guy that's had so much success in the league for all these years. So that's what they got their fingers crossed hoping for that here tonight.
3-2 to Olson. Fouled back. Fastball 98. The scoreboard says it's 98 degrees, and Montas, who checks in at 255 pounds, wearing long sleeves under his uniform tonight. Here's the 3-2 pitch on the way to Matt Olson. Low and inside, ball 4. So it's a 1-out walk for Olson. That extends his on-base streak. It's the longest current streak in the big leagues. And Matt has now reached base safely in 25 straight games. That's also the longest stretch of his career. Man aboard for Marcell Ozuna. Braves won last night 3-2. and looking for the early lead tonight here in the top of the first inning. Ozuna lifts one out towards center, sprinting in McNeil. Can't get there. That'll bounce in front of the center fielder. First and third for Matt Olson. And Ozuna able to place one perfectly amongst Soto, McNeil, and Mauricio out there in shallow right center.
Yeah, hit it right under the coverage there. Jeff McNeil, he's become sort of a utility guy for these Mets. Naturally a second baseman, but he's out there in center field tonight. A little bit less range than what we saw last night from Tyrone Taylor, who's one of the quickest out there in center field. McNeil more of a fundamental type center fielder.
Braves have him at the corners. One down for Austin Riley, who was 2 for 4 last night. Riley had a triple last night, his first triple of the season. And now he's a base hit away from making it at least 1-0 Braves. Righty-righty matchup. And a first pitch ball low and outside. Missed with a fastball. Montas, 9 years in the big leagues between the White Sox, the A's, the Yankees, the Reds, the Brewers, and now the Mets. 32-year-old righty set right at the belt. And the 1-0 pitch on the way to Austin Riley. And he swings and misses a high fastball up and in. For Montas in his career, a record of 44 and 46, 160 major league appearances. He's been traded 5 times. And signed that 2-year deal with the Mets in the offseason. 1-1 to Riley. Low and outside with a changeup. Well, you think about all those homers that he allowed in those rehab appearances, but also the walks as well. And you're kind of torn between an aggressive approach versus being patient and getting your count to your side.
Yeah, that's the balancing act these Braves hitters are going to have to do. You got to make him come in the strike zone so you can power it out of here.
There's the 2-1 to Riley. And he'll ground one out to third to the ground. Beatty's got it to second. They get one over to first base. And Alonso squeezes for the double play. And the Braves strand a runner at third base on that 5-4-3 double play turned by Beatty, Mauricio, and Alonso. We head to the bottom of the first inning. Braves nothing, and the Mets coming up when we come back.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I saw you from across a cafe, and you're the Geico Gecko, right?
In the flesh.
Oh, my goodness. This is huge to finally meet you. I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Anyway, that's all. Enjoy the rest of your food.
No worries. So are you just going to watch me eat?
Oh, sorry. Just a little starstruck. I'll be on my way.
If you're going to stick around, just pull up a chair.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
Spectrum Business keeps real businesses, like Rise Bakery, connected.
As a business owner, my Spectrum services help simplify my day. Everything we do is easier knowing that we've got a reliable connection. And it helps our business just run really smoothly. Even though our techniques are very ancient, we rely just as heavily on technology. Spectrum allows my business to go from surviving to thriving.
Keep your business running smoothly with Spectrum Internet, starting at $40 a month. Restrictions apply. Services not available in all areas.
If you're in a slip and fall accident, time is not on your side. Stores have video footage that's crucial evidence in your case. You've got to act quickly. Call Farah and Farah so we can preserve it before it disappears. Tampa.
When you get hurt, you don't want to end up on the injured list. You want to get back in the game, stronger than ever. At Morgan & Morgan, we're the home run hitters you need. Morgan & Morgan.
Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Out here, it's not only the amazing views, but the way time stretches out a little longer and how the breeze hits just right at the summit. With All Trails, you can discover nature's best with over 450,000 trails around the world. Download the free app.
At a sports scene anywhere else, listen to Cellini and Domino weekdays 10 to 2 on 680 The Fan.
We're scoreless into the bottom of the first inning. Mets will send up Lindor, Nemo, and Soto. And here's the leather for the Braves. Matt Olson is at first base. Ozzie Albies is at second. Nick Allen is shortstop, and Austin Riley is at third base. In the Braves outfield, Alex Verdugo mans left field. Michael Harris on patrol in center. Ronald Acuna on the prowl in right. Drake Baldwin is the catcher, and on the mound, the right-hander Spencer Strider. His last 2 starts have been very good. Right-hander from Knoxville, Tennessee, 6 feet tall, 195 pounds, 26 years old, and making his 8th start of the season. Here's his first pitch to Francisco Lindor, and it registers as a strike. Fastball 96. These last 2 outings, Darren, we've seen the strikeout numbers significantly raised for Strider. He's walked just 1 man Rather, 2 men, I should say, in those last couple of outings. Now time called by Lindor. He'll back out of there. So could you attribute that to fastball location being significantly better for him?
I do think it's been better than when he first came back, and that's to be expected after how much time he missed.
There's the 0-1, and he missed outside.
I think more than anything is an adjustment we actually talked to Strider about a couple weeks ago. He wanted to start throwing his slider a little bit harder, and to me it looks like he's done that in his last few starts.
1-1 to Lindor. Fouled back. That was a fastball up in the zone.
And when I hear a pitcher wanting to throw his slider harder, it's just, he wants to tighten it up. He doesn't want it to be his big break. And he's done that. He's tightened it up. He's thrown it about a mile an hour harder, and it's breaking straight down instead of a lazy sideways break.
1-2 missed inside. So a lot more firm and less loopy and more direct on that slider.
Right, because he learned his curveball last year, and sometimes when you carry 2 breaking balls, they can kind of morph together. But, that slider is his bread and butter.
2-2 to Lindor, and down he goes. Or did he get a piece of it? He did. Fouled it off. Went slider down and barely got a stitch of that baseball, and fouled it right there in front of Drake Baldwin. So a 2-2 count on Lindor. Strider for the season, 2-5 with a 3.89 ERA and making his 8th start of the year. Again, the 2-2. Got him looking. Zapped him with a fastball, 97 on the inside corner. Lindor goes down looking. 1 down. That'll bring Brandon Nimmo up to the plate. And that strikeout by Spencer Strider is our Gas South bringing the heat strikeout. Just like Spencer, Gas South is bringing the heat with no deposits, no hidden fees, and simple natural gas plans. This difference is good. Now, when it comes to that fastball for Strider, those first 3-4 outings, Nimmo hits one out to Ozzie. He spears it to his right, fires over in time. Great play by Albies and Olsen. That was a torpedo off the bat of Nimmo, and Ozzie going to his right somehow flagged it, hit the brakes, and then threw against his momentum to bounce the throw in time for the out. Terrific play.
That took every inch of Ozzie's glove to capture that ball. I think it was smoked. Just enough strength on that throw to get a charging Nimmo down the line.
Love how fired up Spencer Strider got watching that play. 2 up and 2 down. Here's Juan Soto. Game was on the line last night. Dylan Lee struck out Soto. That's where the game was won last night for the Braves. Soto takes a ball outside. Finishing that thought, those first 3-4 outings for Strider this season, fastballs are 93, 94. And here lately, he's been more 96 to 98. Looking much more like himself. No score, bottom of the first. 1-0 pitch, missed low and inside with a slider. 2-0 on Soto.
Yeah, Spencer's last start against the Mets, fastball sitting right at 96, 96.1, which isn't all that exciting when you think about, what he used to do, but it's awesome to see him progressing this season.
2-0, called strike. Good fastball.
Yeah, he was the very hardest thrower in the league as a starter, sitting 98. So, but the results show you that he's really figured out how to pitch at this time, and he's had 3 straight quality starts. You got to love that.
Strider shaking off Baldwin. Now nods. Wind up in the 2-1 pitch. That'll be fouled off. Well, for Strider, that last outing, 6 innings versus the Mets, 1 run, 5 hits, a walk, and 8 strikeouts. And he's won his last 2 starts, giving up just 1 run over his last 12 innings, 2 walks, and 21 strikeouts over his last dozen innings. He's a strike away from a 1-2-3 first inning. We're scoreless in the first. And the 2-2 from Strider. Missed up and away with a fastball. Those 2 wins for Strider back-to-back both came at home. He's still looking for his first road victory this season. He's 0-4 on the road with a 4.50 road ERA compared to the 3.18 ERA at home. 3-2 to Soto, and he just missed inside with a fastball. So it's a 2-out walk. That'll bring Pete Alonso up to the plate.
Velo, very impressive early here. Strider, every fastball in that at bat against Soto was 98. So, he told us a couple weeks ago he felt like his body wasn't moving very well. So it seems like he's figured that out, gained a couple mile an hour, which is very helpful.
Yeah, he seems fueled up right now. Pete Alonso takes a fastball for a called strike. That one popped the mid at 97. Strider's had great numbers in his career versus the Mets, at least in terms of his record. 5-1 versus the Mets in his career. He'd like to bring that ERA down a little bit. 4.91 against them in his career. Big lunge and a miss at a slider, 0-2. This is the first time he's pitched on this mound since 2023. And this is his 10th career appearance versus the Mets, his 8th as a starter. In fact, his very first Major League appearance came against the Mets back in 2021. And his next outing, also against the Mets, out of the bullpen, earned his first victory in his career versus the Mets. And Strider steps off the back of the rubber, looking back Soto to the bag. No score, bottom of the first inning. Alonso was 0 for 4 last night. And they'll take a ball low and outside here. These Mets have lost 9 of their last 10 games. I mean, they've been in a free fall. Their rotation has gone 1-6 with a 6.31 ERA in that span. But offensively, they've had their struggles as well. And Strider trying to suppress them right here. Soto a huge lead. He bluffs, pitches low and outside. Snap throw down to first base by Baldwin, not in time. I mean, Soto really trying to play a game of cat and mouse over there at first base with Spencer Strider. Meanwhile, the 2-2 count on Alonso. Righty-righty matchup. Strider's 2-2. Line shot out to Riley. Squats down, makes the catch out of the air. And there's out number 3. So that ends the bottom of the first inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and a man left. We go to the top of the second in New York. Braves and Mets scoreless.
Your Atlanta Braves are celebrating.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I saw you from across a cafe, and you're the Geico Gecko, right?
In the flesh.
Oh, my goodness. This is huge to finally meet you. I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Anyway, that's all. Enjoy the rest of your food.
No worries. So are you just going to watch me eat?
Oh, sorry. Just a little starstruck. I'll be on my way.
If you're going to stick around, just pull up a chair.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
How do we respond to lowball offers from insurance companies?
With relentless litigation. For the justice you're entitled to after an accident, you know who to call.
Make it a FARA fight.
Fair and Farah.
Tampa.
Real businesses like Malibu Apothecary rely on Spectrum to keep them connected.
We're a fragrance company, but we also have a lot of technology that we use. Spectrum is really the backbone of any of the business we do here. Having a reliable, fast internet service that can fit my budget is really great. I traded a 9 to 5 for a 5 to 9. It's a lot of work, but I love it.
Spectrum Business Internet starts at $40 a month when bundled. Learn more at spectrum.com/business. Restrictions apply. Services not available in all areas.
A spring day is the most righteous time to hit up your group chat, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and get outside. Because when the outdoors calls, it's good to have exhilarating ice-cold refreshment to answer.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Sending up Baldwin, Albies, and Verdugo, and this is the Toyota Stolen Base Challenge inning. And if the Braves steal a base here in the second, our contestant Norma Wright will win $50 in free marathon gas cards. And you can enter the Toyota Stolen Base Challenge by visiting Braves.com/Stolen Base Challenge. 98 degrees here at the ballpark. My partner came prepared. Darren brought his oscillating fan. That thing's clutch tonight.
Sure is. It's a warm one here.
Drake Baldwin leading off of the Braves here in the top of the second. Here's the pitch on the way from Montaz. And there's a called strike. Yeah, last night it was warm, but today significantly warmer. I think it was 90 at the first pitch last night, 98 tonight. And that's all anyone here in New York has been talking about, this heat wave that's been rolling through the Big Apple. Ground ball to second base. That'll be gloved by Mauricio. Planson throws to first base, one down.
Did you go for a run today?
Not today.
Yeah, that would have been a...
Not today. Well, strategically, I went yesterday knowing that yesterday, even though it was hot, it wouldn't be as hot as today.
Yeah, you just Wanted to smell the horses in Central Park. See what they smelled like in 98.
Right. Quite the aroma down there. Here's Ozzie Albies. And there's a ball high and outside. Yeah, this heat wave has turned the Big Apple into an apple pie. I mean, it's baked this whole place. 1 ball and no strikes on Ozzie Albies. Made a great defensive play there in the bottom of the first inning. Here's the pitch on the way from Montas. And Ozzie backs out of there, taking a cutter for a called strike. And the count even, 1 ball, 1 strike. No runs, 1 hit for the Braves. No runs, no hits for the Mets. If you're just now tuning in, jumped into the right time. 1-1 from Montas. Sent foul into the seats down the left field line. Last night, the announced crowd, 38,593. And tonight, maybe about that, maybe even more, which is pretty impressive for a Tuesday night when it was 100 degrees in New York today. And also for a team that's lost 9 of their last 10. 1-2 pitch, and Ozzie pops one up right on top of the plate. Luis Torrens tosses the helmet and makes the catch in the left-hand batter's box. And 2 quick outs here in the top of the second inning.
Who's the guy that gave up 8 home runs in 14 innings in AAA?
I'm waiting on him to show up.
The stuff looks pretty good so far. You know, that the Mets pitching coach, Jeremy Hefner, did say they were looking to make some mechanical adjustments and hoping those would be ironed out at this level. But he looks better than they probably ever thought he would.
He's looking for a 1-2-3 inning. Alex Verdugo takes the ball low and inside. Tell you what, if Montas shows up, puts up good numbers, and is stable for them, that would be a big answered prayer for the Mets.
Yeah.
With some of the injuries that they have had and some of the big names that they have been without, they have been searching for any kind of consistency on the mound. 1-0 to Verdugo, a called strike. Montas has certainly been around the block a few times. As we mentioned, 9 years in the big leagues for this 32-year-old. 1-1 to Alex Verdugo. A little swing and ground one out to a diving Pete Alonso, diving to his right from a knee, throws to the bag. Montas is there, and that seals the Braves' fate in the top of the second. Braves go down to 1-2-3. We're off to the bottom of the second inning, no score.
When you're looking for leading cardiac treatment, look to Northside Hospital Heart Institute. We lead with 5 emergency cardiac care centers, so we're here when you need.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I saw you from across a cafe, and you're the Geico Gecko, right?
In the flesh.
Oh, my goodness. This is huge to finally meet you. I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Anyway, that's all. Enjoy the rest of your food.
No worries. So are you just going to watch me eat?
Oh, sorry. Just a little starstruck. I'll be on my way.
If you're going to stick around, just pull up a chair.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
If you've been in a big truck accident, you need a lawyer that specializes in big trucks. A lawyer who knows all the federal traffic rules that can affect your case.
And who can navigate the complex web of laws dealing with the trucking company, the leasing company, the shipper, and all the other details that can complicate your case.
At Farah & Farah, we've seen it all, and we're ready to go the long haul to fight for you. Tampa.
Real businesses like Malibu Apothecary rely on Spectrum to keep them connected.
We're a fragrance company, but we also have a lot of technology that we use. Spectrum is really the backbone of any of the business we do here. Having a reliable, fast internet service that can fit my budget is really great. I traded a 9 to 5 for a 5 to 9. It's a lot of work, but I love it.
Spectrum Business Internet starts at $40 a month when bundled. Learn more at spectrum.com/business. Restrictions apply. Services not available in all areas.
Morning decisions. A creamy mocha frappuccino drink? A sweet vanilla? Maybe a smooth caramel? Or that white chocolate mocha? Whichever you choose, delicious coffee awaits. Start your day with bottled Starbucks Frappuccino drinks. Pick up a bottle near you wherever you buy your...
Come here with you from Citi Field in New York. No score into the bottom of the second inning. Only the original Louisiana brand hot sauce is bold enough to be the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. The original Louisiana brand hot sauce is the only thing hotter than the temperature tonight here in New York. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some. Along those lines, speaking of the weather, the report came down that 97 degrees, the temperature at first pitch tonight, is the hottest temperature in ballpark history and the hottest for a game in Queens in 24 years. Starling Marte takes a called strike. So record-setting heat for a Mets first pitch.
I believe it. We are surrounded by water here, so that should cool it off a little bit. Just a historic heat wave here today.
Here's the 0-1 pitch on the way from Spencer Strider. Swung on a miss, way late on that fastball.
And if you notice, that we haven't felt much wind since we've been here. You see the flags blowing a little bit, but just hot and dry.
Spencer Strider has one strikeout already. 0-2, miss low and outside. You know, anytime somebody complains about the heat, I think to myself, okay, there's what they think is hot and then what I think is hot. And being from Mississippi, like it's pretty hot. And I can tell you, this is hot. There's the 1-2 pitch on the way to Starling Marte, and he goes fishing. Went after that slider, missed every stitch of it. Second strikeout of the game for Strider. And one down. Here comes Jeff McNeil.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of Spencer Strider sliders here tonight. In his last start against the Mets, 7 out of his 8 strikeouts did come on that pitch. So that's his, that's his main swing and miss pitch at the moment against this lineup.
Well, and against that lineup, really any lineup, but especially this one, you like that as a good matchup for Spencer. Jeff McNeil swings and tips one into the mid, especially after what we saw last night. They struggled with the slider last night. Spencer's got a good one, so only stands to reason he'd go hard on that pitch tonight.
Yeah.
Scoreless in the second. 0-1 to McNeil. Just missed a little bit low of the fastball. McNeil was 0 for 4 last night. 33 years old, out of Santa Barbara, California. Here's the 1-1 pitch. There's a called strike. Got the slider over the inside corner. McNeil requests time, backs out of there. Strider looking into his catcher, Drake Baldwin. Wind up in the 1-2 pitch. Ground ball out to second. Backhanded by Ozzie. Off balance throw. Bounced it over there. Matt's got it. 2 really nice plays by Ozzie Albies tonight. There's out number 2 here in the second inning.
I'll tell you what, nothing warms my heart more than watching Jeff McNeil get upset with an umpire. He thought that slider was low, that one he called time after. It just makes me so happy.
Satisfying,
yes,
isn't it?
Yes.
2 down for Luis Torrens. He's their catcher. Went 0 for 3 last night. Nothing wrong with that. First pitch slider. Nothing in 1, says Adam Hamry, tonight's home plate umpire. Torrens out of Venezuela. 0-1 pitch to him. Low and outside with a slider. He's going to be getting a lot more playing time. We mentioned that Francisco Alvarez was sent down to AAA. Just too light at the plate. So they sent him down to AAA, and Torrens will manage most of the load behind the plate now. 1-1 pitch, missed low and outside. They brought up Hayden Singer. He's their second catcher on the roster now. Two-one from Strider. Right down the pike. Good fastball. 97 for a called strike. And now Spencer hoping for a 1-2-3 inning. Braves in the third will have 8, 9, and 1 due up. Harris, Allen, and Acuna. Strider wind up in the 2-2 pitch and had him chasing high cheese. Fastball right up the ladder, and he went after that 97-mile-an-hour fastball and got burned. So down they go 1-2-3. Strider has 3 strikeouts. We go to the top of the third, no score.
Hey Braves fans, Snit here for Gas South, the official natural gas provider of the Atlanta Braves.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I saw you from across a cafe, and you're the Geico Gecko, right?
In the flesh.
Oh, my goodness. This is huge to finally meet you. I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Anyway, that's all. Enjoy the rest of your food.
No worries. So are you just going to watch me eat?
Oh, sorry. Just a little starstruck. I'll be on my way.
If you're going to stick around, just pull up a chair.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
If you've been in a big truck accident, you need a lawyer that specializes in big trucks. A lawyer who knows all the federal traffic rules that can affect your case.
And who can navigate the complex web of laws dealing with the trucking company, the leasing company, the shipper, and all the other details that can complicate your case.
At Farah and Farah, we've seen it all, and we're ready to go the long haul to fight for you. Tampa.
A spring day is the most righteous time to hit up your group chat, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and get outside. Because when the outdoors calls, it's good to have exhilarating ice-cold refreshment to answer.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Morning decisions. A creamy mocha frappuccino drink? A sweet vanilla? Maybe a smooth caramel? Or that white chocolate mocha? Whichever you choose, delicious coffee awaits. Start your day with bottled Starbucks Frappuccino drinks. Pick up a bottle near you wherever you buy your groceries.
Here, Jonathan Chadwick, Ben Ingram here with you. And always great to spend some time with you tonight on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network. Xfinity knows live baseball is better with less freezing at the plate. That's why we deliver Wi-Fi built for streaming with ultra-low lag. Get the fastest connection to the Braves and stream more of the biggest moments from the best seat in the house with Xfinity. Braves have gone 4-0 versus the Mets this season. Swept the series in Atlanta last week and won last night 3-2. Looking for the early advantage tonight. Here's Michael Harris, who was 0 for 3 last night. First pitch he sees from Montas is a called strike. Harris wearing the mint green cleats tonight. Taking his first cuts at Frankie Montas. This big right-hander. Swivels and fires. 0-1. Swung on and missed at a fastball out away from him. Chatting with Snit before the game about Michael Harris, and where he did give Michael some credit, said that the struggles that he's had at the plate have not been carried out into the field. Defensively, he's been a lead out there. But don't you know he needs an improvement at the plate, batting 171 this month. And the 0-2 pitch. And he swings and misses at a fastball for strike 3.
Yeah, you're right. It's probably gotten to the point now where he's thinking about it when he's in the box. And that's the hard part of struggling at this level, is that there's nowhere to run and hide. It's every day your name's in the lineup, and you got to go out there and do your best, even when you're not feeling confident in yourself.
One out for Nick Allen. No score in the third. Nick Allen's going to stroke one up the middle. Turned around a sinker to base it into center field. And there's the second hit of the night for the Braves. You know, going back to Michael Harris, talking about the struggles that he has had. And the Braves have had offensive struggles all year long. And I think about how much of a difference one bat could make. If he had one guy turn things around, especially someone towards the bottom of the order, if Michael could be that guy, if he found a way to get back to the form that he displayed a couple of years ago, what a big boost just one good bat could make for this lineup. That remains to be seen. Back to the top of the order, Ronald Acuna. And the pitch on the way to Ronald, fouled back into the screen, 0-1.
Yeah, we've talked at various times about the Braves' struggles with runners in scoring position, and did a little deep dive on it today, and just looking at it, you think about it, if the bottom of the lineup just isn't really hitting, nobody's really, you could say, hot, you get a bunch of at-bats where guys at the top get on, and then they're just, nobody's driving them in. So, as you mentioned, one bat would go a long way.
The 1 to Acuna. There's a called strike. I mean, think about nights where, let's say you go 1 for 8 with runners in scoring position, 0 for 9. Sometimes just one more hit, just one with runners in scoring position is the difference in a game.
Yeah, absolutely.
0-2 to Acuna. And he missed low with a changeup. Acuna, 4 straight multiple hit games. I mean, he's been on a tear. He has 8 hits in his last 17 at-bats. For the season, batting .396, but he's 0 for 1 with a strikeout in this game. No score, top of the third. Allen good lead at first, draws the attention of Montas, who throws over. How about this? Coming into the game tonight, this is before the at-bat that Ronald had in the first inning. He had collected, with his 2 more hits last night, He had reached base safely in exactly half of his plate appearances this season, which is incredible. 1-2 low and inside. Coming into the game tonight, he had 122 plate appearances and had reached base in exactly half of those plate appearances. Talk about a menace.
Really impressive.
Waiting on the 2-2 pitch from Montas. Now Montas steps off. Acuna had 40 hits and 21 walks and 122 trips to the plate coming into the game tonight. He's 0 for 1 tonight. Two in the dirt. Spit on that slider away, and the counter runs full.
And since he's come back to the Braves lineup, he's led the league in various categories, and the one that stood out to me was runs. If you're reaching base half the time, it doesn't matter that the Braves offense isn't firing on all cylinders. You're going to score quite a few runs. So in that period, been the most prolific run scorer of all 30 teams.
Allen, a good lead at first base. He runs, pitch on the way to Acuna, low and outside, ball 4. So Ronald is on for the first time tonight, and that extends his on-base streak to 20 games in a row. And just like we mentioned last night, the two men at the top of the Braves order, Acuna and Olsen, have the two longest current on-base streaks in the big leagues. Olsen has already reached tonight. He's been on base 25 games in a row, and now Acuna on 20 games in a row. They just need the guys behind them to get some timely base hits and drive in some runs. First and second, one down for Matt Olsen. Olsen walked in the first. Pitch on the way from Montas. Low and in with a changeup. Montas had 37 pitches. 22 strikes. He has a couple of strikeouts, a couple of walks. And the Braves looking to dent the scoreboard for the first time of the game. 1-0 to Olsen. Low and inside with a cutter.
We talked about Montas' tough numbers when he was rehabbing. He did have 10 walks in just 18 innings pitched, so he was issuing a lot of free passes down there as well.
Looking for something he could sink his fangs into right here. 2-0 pitch and a called strike. Pretty good answer there. Fastball right on the black.
Yeah, it's a really good take by Matt. You know, even if you swing at that, all you're going to do is hit a ground ball, possibly a double play. So Matt there, 2-0, hitter's count, had him zoned up. If the ball's not in this little area, I'm not going to let it fly.
Swift wheels on the base paths. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Low and in the dirt. That bounces away from Torrens. But Allen and Acuna keep it in park. Well, now Olsen has worked the count to 3-1. Hasn't even taken the bat off his shoulder yet. Being selective with Montas. Acuna takes a lead at first. Allen at second. And the 3-1. And he strikes one high in the air towards left center field. McNeil going back to the edge of the warning track. He's under it, and he makes the catch. Allen will tag from second. He'll advance 90 feet, slide into third base feet first. And the Braves have him at the corners with 2 down. Acuna staying at first base, so now it's in the hands of Marcell Ozuna, who is 1 for 1 with a single. What we've seen in the first few innings of this game, exactly what we saw last night. The Braves had runners all over the place last night.
AAA game due to dizziness. Once again, catcher Francisco Alvarez.
2 down for Ozuna.
AAA game due to dizziness.
Here's the first pitch. And Ozuna takes a called strike. Well, that was a gift for Montas. That was a fastball away. And Adam Hamry said strike 1, 0-1. Boy, that never had the plate. Acuna takes a lead at first base. Pitch to Ozuna. There's a called strike. 0-2 on Marcell. Something to watch for Acuna anytime he's on base. He's one stolen base from 200 career steals. But right now, the attention's on Ozuna. Montas comes set right of the belt. There goes Acuna. 0-2 pitch. There's a ball low and inside. And Acuna makes it down to second base and walks there without a throw. And that'll be his 200th career steal. I don't know that I've ever seen a milestone steal look quite like that.
It's very anticlimactic there.
Base hit could mean 2 runs. Let's see if Ozuna can make it happen. 1-2, missed inside. Torrance thought that they had the strike. He popped up out of his crouch and ready to walk back. But now we can say we're even for that first strike.
Yeah, that might have been a makeup call there. Montas was trying to throw that away. He threw it all the way across the plate. Tough one to frame, but it certainly did catch the strike zone.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Braves looking for a big base hit to crack the scoreboard. 2-2, missed outside. Tried a sinker, doesn't get the call. Montas not happy, but that was well outside. Some barking from that Mets dugout on the first baseline. And now the count is full on Marcell Ozuna. And now time called as Montas steps off. Takes his left sleeve and mops the forehead right above the left eyebrow to get some sweat out of his eyes. Now he's ready. Ozuna steadies the bat. And the 3-2. A swing and a miss chased a fastball that would have been ball 4. That was outside, and Montas lives to see another day. So for the Braves, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 men left in scoring position. We're off to the bottom of the 3rd inning, no score.
Have you ever wondered if there was some... I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I saw you from across a cafe, and you're the Geico Gecko, right?
In the flesh.
Oh, my goodness. This is huge to finally meet you. I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Anyway, that's all. Enjoy the rest of your food.
No worries. So are you just going to watch me eat?
Oh, sorry. Just a little starstruck. I'll be on my way.
If you're going to stick around, just pull up a chair.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
When you've been in a crash and your mind's racing.
When you've fallen in a store and are blaming yourself.
When you've been hurt at work and you don't know what to do.
Or if you've been the victim of a medical mistake, we've got you.
We've got what it takes to prove a case that the insurance companies can't ignore.
With decades of experience and a track record of winning for our clients.
Farah and Farah, Tampa.
A spring day is the most righteous time to hit up your group chat, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and get outside. Because when the outdoors calls, it's good to have exhilarating ice-cold refreshment to answer.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Morning decisions. A creamy mocha frappuccino drink? A sweet vanilla? Maybe a smooth caramel? Or that white chocolate mocha? Whichever you choose, delicious coffee awaits. Start your day with bottled Starbucks Frappuccino drinks. Pick up a bottle near you wherever you buy your groceries.
Braves tickets every weekday morning on the Locker Room during our 7 a.m. hour on the radio home of the Atlanta Braves, 680 The Fan.
Spencer Strider and the Braves fan out across the field here at Citi Field. No scoring to the bottom of the 3rd inning. You need all the energy you can get for game day. And at Georgia Power, we know that energy costs are an important part of every budget. And we're committed to providing tools and assistance to make a difference so you can save energy for the game. Learn more at georgiapower.com/myenergy. Ben Darren and Jay Chad with you. Second game of this 4-game series. Brett Beatty to lead off. He had a couple hits last night, and they'll send one foul. That becomes a souvenir into the second deck. Well, a warm night, nothing new for Brett Beatty. He is out of Austin, Texas. Here's the 0-1 pitch on the way. And Beatty hits one a mile high to center field. Michael Harris trotting in. So is Alex Verdugo, and Alex calls off Harris and makes the catch in left center field. So a fly out to left field, one down here in the 3rd inning. Well, I'm sitting alongside Darren O'Day tonight, as you know. That means I'm sitting alongside A member of the all-quarter century team as named by The Athletic. How about that honor?
Yeah, it's really cool. Totally unexpected.
Here's righty Mauricio, and he'll take a called strike. Yeah, The Athletic put together an all-quarter century team, and you were on the roster as a reliever.
It's hard to believe. It really is.
That's a terrific honor. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Made him look foolish there on that swing and miss slider.
And I know Braves fans out there are thinking, that guy? That guy used to give me heartburn every time he pitched in a Braves uniform. Well, I used to be good before I got to the Braves. I had some moments with the team, but yeah, what a cool honor, because all the names on that team are exceptional athletes. A lot of guys going to the Hall of Fame.
0-2 to Mauricio. And a lazy fly ball to left. Trotting in and finding it now. Alex Verdugo makes the catch and 2 down.
You know, I certainly am not even going to go to the Hall of Fame. I doubt they'd even let me in there, but pretty cool honor for sure. It's nice to, I wasn't really a big prospect coming up, and to get a little recognition like that with some of the game's greats means you did something right along the way.
That's a lot of hard work and truly deserved. And look, you win an award like that, there's a lot of hustle and muscle behind that.
That's it.
2 down for Francisco Lindor. He shows bunt, pulls back, takes a called strike. I'd like to know how that rotation stacked up to the one that you and I came up with.
Yeah.
What was it, maybe spring training or early in the season? Here's the 0-1 pitch on the way to Francisco Lindor. There's a ball outside, 1-1.
Yeah, that rotation was a little different because it went back farther than my generation of players. I think it included Pedro Martinez, went back a little bit more into the past.
1-1 from Strider, sent foul. So basically, for that list, if you played in this century, you were qualified. You and I had it to where it was just players whose entire career was since the year 2000.
Yeah.
But I'm sure some overlap there with some of the names. No score, bottom of the 3rd inning. Spencer Strider has retired 6 in a row. Only one man has reached. That was Juan Soto on a 2-out walk in the 1st inning. 1-2 to Lindor. I know foul one back. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Braves Radio Network.
Never miss a pitch of the Braves.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan, and streaming free on the Fan app.
No score, bottom of the 3rd inning. Wind up in the 1-2 pitch. Take a hike. Burn him with a fastball. 97, swung on and missed by Lindor. And down they go in order. We go to the top of the 4th inning. No score in New York.
You need all the energy you can get for game day. Luckily at Georgia Power, we know a thing or two about saving energy.
So, I was just parking my car, and then I saw you, the Gecko. Huge fan.
I'm always honored to meet fans out in the wild.
The honor is mine. I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app.
Well, the Geico app is top-notch.
I know you get asked this all the time, but could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, that means so much. Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help, I suppose.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
Rollovers, head-on collisions, hit and runs, you name it. We've litigated it.
And while insurance companies joke about the mayhem that occurs on roadways, we've seen the real effects. Lost lives, catastrophic injury, cars crushed like soda cans. And trust us, there's nothing funny about it.
If you've been in a crash, count on our experienced attorneys to seek full justice and all the money your case is worth.
For a fairer fight, you know who to call. Farah and Farah. Tampa.
A spring day is the most righteous time to hit up your group chat, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and get outside. Because when the outdoors calls, it's good to have exhilarating ice-cold refreshment to answer.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Choosing a bottled Starbucks Frappuccino drink that's all flavor and just 100 calories? Easy. Choosing between creamy vanilla, double chocolate, and sea salt caramel flavors? A little harder. Try the delicious new Starbucks Frappuccino Light Drinks. Look for them wherever you buy groceries. Start with Starbucks Coffee.
Versus the Mets this season, and leading the way has been the pitchers. The Braves have won all 4 meetings versus the Mets, and they have limited the Mets to just 7 runs over those 4 games. Well, tonight you're seeing more of the same with Spencer Strider, 3 shutout innings. He's allowed just 1 base runner, but got to get this man some runs. And Darren, the Braves have been flirting with runs, but they haven't come through yet.
Yeah, they just got to keep plugging away. I mean, they've had the opportunities. Tough strikeout last inning by Ozuna, but keep creating those opportunities. You're going to cash one in.
Austin Riley leads it off in the top of the 4th inning. First pitch misses high, ball and no strikes.
You know, last night was a great win for the Braves, but they had a chance to blow that game open so many times. And so it was much more tense at the end than it could have and should have been if the Braves had gotten a few hits with runners in scoring position.
1-0 to Riley. He swings and misses. Yeah, there were 3-4 innings where you look back on and say if just 1 or 2 of those innings went a different way, you've got a comfortable 4, 5, 6 run lead late in that game rather than hanging on by just 1 tally. Fortunately, the Braves did. 1-1 to Riley, over for a strike. Frankie Montas, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks tonight. And his 1-2 pitch. Riley, good swing, fouled back a fastball that was up in the zone. Still a 1-2 count. We got this game tonight, then game 3 tomorrow night, 7:10 Eastern, 6:10 Central. Didier Fuentes gets the ball for the 2nd time as a big leaguer, facing Clay Holmes. 2 righties tomorrow. 1-2, lobbed into left field, coming in Nimmo. He'll make a head-high catch. Sounded like Riley cracked his bat there and 1 down. And then the finale on Thursday. That'll also be a night game, 7:10 Eastern. Grant Holmes for the Braves. Griffin Canning will be going for the Mets. So you think about the pitching matchups, and you'd say that games 1 and 2 for the Braves give you your strongest chances. Cashed in last night. Got to do the same tonight.
Yeah, you really do. You know, Didier Fuentes, very young, talented pitcher. We just don't know what we're going to get out of him here tomorrow night.
First pitch to Drake Baldwin, in for a called strike.
Now, you got to hope he's a fast learner. He got his first start against the Marlins down there in Miami. It's going to be a significantly different environment here tomorrow night that he's going to have to face.
A lot for a 20-year-old to handle. 0-1 to Baldwin, inside 1-1.
But, you know, with the way this Mets offense is going, might be a good time to face him. Hopefully he can get maybe half the game in under his belt, save the bullpen a little bit.
1-1 to Drake Baldwin. Inside, almost got him in the foot with a sinker. Well, it would feel great to roll into that one up 2-0 in this series, and to do that, need to get the bats going. No score, top of the 4th inning. Frankie Montas at 55 pitches. Here's number 56. And Baldwin with a good hack, but fouled one back. Last night, Sean Murphy was behind the plate. He was in harness with Spencer Schwellenbach. And now Drake getting his first start in this series, so his first start in this ballpark. Young rookie catcher from Wisconsin. There's the 2-2 pitch. Low and outside. Good eye on that changeup. Another deep count here for a Braves batter. Baldwin 0-for-1 with a ground out to second base. That was the first out of the 2nd inning. Now bats with 1 down here in the 4th inning. And the payoff pitch. Low and in for ball 4. Montas with a sinker. And that is his 3rd walk allowed. Remember last night the Mets as a team had 4 walks, and the Braves could not turn any of those into runs. But walks was a big key to the series in Atlanta. In fact, entering that series, the Mets were 3rd in the National League in walks. When the series ended, their pitching staff had more walks than any team in the National League. Ozzie Albies trying to make him pay, and there's a ball high. Mets still leading the National League in walks allowed. 1-0 to Ozzie. And he hits a bottle rocket. Shallow center field. Soto, Mauricio, McNeil in the neighborhood. And this will be Soto's ball in shallow right. 2 down here in the 4th inning. Their 289 walks as a team is 8 more than the Dodgers, believe it or not. You wouldn't guess that the Dodgers would be up there amongst the leaders in walks.
Yeah, the only antidote for walks is strikeouts. And I believe the Dodgers are near the top. It's strikeouts as well.
Yeah, they're number 3.
Yeah, it's the only way to get around walks.
Phillies staff has the most strikeouts. The Braves are second. There's ball low and inside. In fact, the Braves, with the 4 strikeouts by Strider tonight, have exactly 700 strikeouts as a staff. They and the Phillies, the only 2 teams in the National League to reach 700 strikeouts to this point.
Yeah, that's the one thing this team is blessed with when the whole rotation's healthy is the guys that get a ton of swing and miss and don't issue a lot of walks. And that just makes baseball hard to watch sometimes.
1-0 Verdugo. And Verdugo hits one way up in the air to deep right field. Soto going to go back to the wall. Soto right in front of the padded wall makes the catch. I mean, he just missed getting one out of here. So Verdugo couldn't quite get it over the orange line, and that ends the top of the 4th inning. We head to the bottom of the 4th, no score.
Welcome to Dugout Radio, the undisputed home of...
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I saw you from across a cafe, and you're the Geico Gecko, right?
In the flesh.
Oh, my goodness. This is huge to finally meet you. I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Anyway, that's all. Enjoy the rest of your food.
No worries. So are you just going to watch me eat?
Oh, sorry. Just a little starstruck. I'll be on my way.
If you're going to stick around, just pull up a chair.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
Here's what the car insurance companies may think they know after a car crash. They know you probably don't know what your claim is worth, or how to calculate pain and suffering, lost wages and future earnings, current and future medical expenses, or diminished value to your car. But guess what? We do. And if we don't win your case, you owe us nothing. For a fairer fight, you know who to call. Farah and Farah. Tampa.
A spring day is the most righteous time to hit up your group chat, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and get outside. Because when the outdoors calls, it's good to have exhilarating ice-cold refreshment to answer.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Choosing a bottled Starbucks Frappuccino drink that's all flavor and just 100 calories? Easy. Choosing between creamy vanilla, double chocolate, and sea salt caramel flavors? A little harder. Try the delicious new Starbucks Frappuccino light drinks. Look for them wherever you buy groceries. Start with Starbucks coffee.
Your dashboard. Download the Fan app now.
Still no score. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. 2-3-4 coming up for the Mets. It'll be Nimmo, Soto, and Alonso. Alongside Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick, Ben Ingram here with you. The 4th inning is the Tidal Wave Auto Spa inning. Tidal Wave Auto Spa is making Braves country clean car country. They're doing it all season long. And all the Braves have to do is pitch a scoreless 4th inning tonight. And Tidal Wave will offer half off their Best Wash membership tomorrow. Learn more at TidalWaveAutospa.com/Braves. Brandon Nimmo, the batter. Spencer kept him off the base paths in the 1st inning. He hit a hard shot out to second. Ozzie Albies turned in a dazzling defensive play. And Nimmo takes the ball low and inside here. 1 ball and no strikes. Nimmo, 32 years old, from Cheyenne, Wyoming. Had a good career here in New York. 1-0 pitch on the way. There's a ball low and outside. Always has a high walk rate. Has the ability to go deep in counts. He can be really tough on opposing pitchers. There's the 2-0 pitch on the way to Nimmo. And he'll swing and miss at a high fastball. That heater 96.
You ever had any stopovers in Cheyenne?
I have, actually.
What'd you think?
I loved Wyoming, actually. It's a pretty place. Camped out there a few times. There's the 2-1. That'll be fouled back. How about you?
Yeah, it was one of the cities, one of the teams in the Pioneer League, the rookie league that you go to right after you get drafted. And I just remember it because the hotel there was reported to be haunted. And normally I don't buy into that stuff, but this hotel was so creepy.
Spooky place,
Yeah,
huh?
it really was.
Here's the 2-2. Check swing. Got him. And a curveball pulled out by Spencer Strider. Fooled Brandon Nimmo. And there's his 5th strikeout of the game.
Yeah, I'd love to see that curveball. You know, last start, I said earlier, 7 out of his 8 strikeouts for sliders. He's using his fastball and a curveball here more today for strikeouts. So, you know, Strider doesn't have quite the depth of arsenal that Schwellenbach has, but he is able to mix it up with his 4 pitches.
Juan Soto, the batter. Strider misses low and inside. 1 ball, no strikes.
Which is made all the more important because you're facing the same guys you faced, you know, in your last start. So very recent sightings of each other.
Soto takes a slider low. 2 balls, no strikes. Soto is the only Met to reach base tonight. He walked in the first inning. Strider's falling behind. There's the 2-0 pitch. And Soto takes a ball outside. That walk by Soto in the first inning, his league-leading 65th of the year. He's led the league in walks 3 times in his career. Career high was 145 in 2021. And he draws a walk here. Fastball up and away.
I got a correction, Ben. Old friend Braden Schlehuber texted and said, "Hey, you're wrong, bonehead. That was Casper, not Cheyenne."
Oh.
That's how much I was trying to forget it. Yeah, Casper visiting there once is enough for me.
Casper, Cheyenne.
Yeah.
Pete Alonso takes a called strike. So is this just like an old Western-style hotel?
Yes, exactly. And then I remember it had a indoor pool inside the hotel, the lobby, that was all glassed in, too. It's just a creepy joint.
Pick off over to first base, Soto back in with a dive. Did you see any paranormal activity?
Not that I can remember. I think I had too many beers to remember anything there. I was 23. I could drink. Half my teammates couldn't.
There goes Soto. 0-1 pitch, ball inside, and Drake will not throw down. Good jumper, Soto. He gets the steal. He's in scoring position with a 1 down here in the 4th inning. Well, for that reason, there are a lot of teams that have moved out of the Pfister in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of players who have reportedly seen ghosts and such in Milwaukee. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the pitch on the way, and Alonso sends 1 foul into the seats. Do you believe in ghosts?
I'm going to have to say no.
Okay.
No, there's enough to worry about in life. That's something that feels like, man, if a ghost is going to get me, I'd rather be surprised.
1-2 on the way from Strider. Socked up the middle, base hit into center field. Soto going to get the turn at third now. A late stop sign. And the throw by to Michael Harris from center field is bounced up there to Baldwin. So Soto advances to third, base hit by Alonso, and that's the first hit of the game for the Mets.
Boy, to me, it looked like Soto had made up his mind that he was not going home there. And third base coach Mike Sarball was sending him, and then saw how slow Soto was moving and held him. Very fortuitous for the Braves.
So now it's Starling Marte. He is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Marte takes a ball low. He has hit into 3 double plays this season. And 1 right here would be dandy. With the Mets threatening for the first time. Scoreless in the bottom of the 4th inning. 1-0 from Strider. A little bit low and outside with a slider. He struck out Nimmo, then walked Soto, who stole second. And then a single by Alonso has it by the corners. And while the Braves have been frustrated with runners in scoring position, Braves trying to threaten the Mets with the same here. There's a ball high, 3-0. Not where Strider wants to be. Marte is ready. 3-0 pitch. Outside, ball 4. That will load the bases. Second walk of the inning. And the Mets, who had just one base runner the first 3 innings of the game, now have 3 straight reads here in the 4th inning. So now to be McNeil. Meanwhile, Rick Kranitz will walk out there to the mound, trying to slow things down for Strider. McNeil has hit into 4 double plays this season, but he's a tough one to double up.
Yeah, you know, as a pitcher, sometimes you will pick and choose who you want to face in lineups, you know, based on the possible damage they can do. And, you know, McNeil's not a guy I would like to face with 1 out and bases loaded, because he's an elite bat control guy. A guy that doesn't swing and miss a whole lot. Spencer certainly has the capability to strike him out. But what he's trying to do here is just hit a fly ball. Just hit a fly ball so Soto can tag up and score a run. And as I mentioned, that very low swing and miss rate kind of plays into his hands.
He's a really good contact guy, so you expect contact somewhere. Riley's even with a bag at third. Strider surrounded by Mets, 1 down. First pitch to McNeil and a ball outside.
In the last game, Spencer squared off with the Mets. He did strike out McNeil twice, which is pretty wild considering McNeil is one of the lowest strikeout rates in the league.
McNeil over 1 with a ground out to second. 1-0 from Strider. Sent foul into the seats to our left. Count even at 1. Braves never trailed last night. So the Mets looking for their first lead of this series. Strider's 1-1 pitch. Line drive fouled on the right field line. That banged into the sidewall at a 1-2 count. On deck, Luis Torrens. McNeil batting 6th in Carlos Mendoza's order tonight. No score, bottom of the 4th, but the Mets have them loaded. Strider's 1-2. Low and inside with a curveball. Not a bad idea. McNeil climbs back in, steadies his bat. Strider comes set right at the belly. Baldwin sets up on the outside corner. 2-2 to the plate. Lifted towards left field. Verdugo angling over towards the line. Verdugo has got it. Tagging from third base, Soto. He comes to the plate. Here comes the throw slightly up the first base line, and it's 1-0 Mets. Sac fly by McNeil. Drives in the run, and they have their first run of the night. RBI number 24 for McNeil. And runners are at first and second with 2 down. Now the Mets looking for more. Here comes Luis Torrens. He's 0-for-1 with a strikeout. Righty-righty matchup. Torrens, .221 hitting catcher. And he'll take a ball low and outside. Well, it's frustrating right there because there are 2 walks. It's furthermore frustrating because the Braves have had many opportunities already this game to score a few runs and have failed to do so. Strider to the plate. And a called strike. Just did scrape the outside corner. One, pop the mitt. And that outside corner's open for business. A called strike, and there have been a few fastballs that may be just a little bit off the plate that he's getting for strikes.
Yeah, kudos to Spencer for going back to that spot. Getting about a ball and a half off the plate away to a righty.
Ready with a 1-2 pitch. A glance to second. Kick in the delivery. Low and outside with a slider. Count even on Luis Torrens. Torrens last night 0-for-3. He had a couple of ground outs and a strikeout. And tonight 0-for-1 with a strikeout. Spencer has 5 strikeouts tonight. And he'd love one right here. Get him out of this jam. Trying to limit the damage. Just the one run here in the bottom of the fourth. 2-2 to Torrens. Slider in the dirt. Didn't go. 3-2. Well, he really wanted him to go for that one because now the runners can get a head start. Marte at first. Alonso at second. 2 down. Ready with a 3-2 pitch. And now he steps off the rubber, looking back Alonso. Been a long inning for Strider on a night where the temperature is in the mid to upper 90s. This will be his 70th pitch of the game. And the 3-2, low and outside, ball 4. That was a fast ball away. So he's walked Luis Torrens. His 3rd walk of the inning, his 4th of the game, and they're loaded for Brett Beatty. He had worked ahead of Torrens, then lost him. Now Beatty with a chance to really do some damage versus Strider and the Braves. Beatty 0 for 1 with a fly out to left field. And he is the 7th Met to the plate here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Mets leading 1-0. Beatty, left-handed hitter, check swing. He went at a first pitch slider.
You mentioned Spencer got to 0-2 there. That's a very uncharacteristic sequence for Spencer. You know, what made him special, and it makes him still special, is he's so good at getting that punch out. As soon as he gets you 0-2, 1-2, he's not going to waste too many pitches striking you out.
0-1 to Beatty. Line drive into center field, a base hit. Scoring Alonso, right behind him Marte. First to third for Torrens, and it's a 2 RBI single for Beatty. And it's now 3-0 Mets in the 4th inning. RBIs 25 and 26 for Beatty. He's had a good series. That's his 3rd hit of the series.
Yeah, we were just talking about how this Mets staff likes to give out free passes and how normally the Braves staff does not. That hasn't been the case this inning. 3 walks in the inning. Really coming back to bite Spencer.
Well, a lot of what we were saying about Montas with the walks earlier in the game is now applicable to Spencer Strider here. It's hard to stay alive when you're walking batters. Ronnie Mauricio fouls one off. That'll bounce down the first baseline. Those free passes in the big leagues will absolutely kill you. Mauricio, the 8th Met to the plate here in the 4th. Kickoff over to first base, and Beatty back in standing. Strider up to 72 pitches, and the Braves have action in the bullpen. That is Aaron Bummer throwing in the Braves bullpen. One to the plate. Mauricio, the fly ball to deep right field down the line. Acuna pursuing, and that's a foul ball. Hooked it just into the seats on the other side of the railing of the sidewall. 0-2 on Mauricio.
Well, if the Braves have to dive into the bullpen early this game, that's really going to throw a wrench in the plans. You have Didier Fuentes going tomorrow, and he could come out and throw 7 innings, but there's so much uncertainty with a pitcher making his 2nd career start. So you really want Spencer to get out of this and get a couple more innings under his belt.
Again, the 0-2. And he struck him out looking. Fastball visited the inside corner. Mauricio goes down looking. That ends the bottom of the 4th, but 3 runs plated by the Mets. And yeah, a couple of hits in the inning, but more glaring, the 3 walks in the inning from Strider. We'll go to
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I saw you from across a cafe, and you're the Geico Gecko, right?
In the flesh.
Oh, my goodness. This is huge to finally meet you. I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Anyway, that's all. Enjoy the rest of your food.
No worries. So are you just going to watch me eat?
Oh, sorry. Just a little starstruck. I'll be on my way.
If you're going to stick around, just pull up a chair.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
Here's what the car insurance companies may think they know after a car crash. They know you probably don't know what your claim is worth, or how to calculate pain and suffering, lost wages and future earnings, current and future medical expenses, or diminished value to your car. But guess what? We do. And if we don't win your case, you owe us nothing. For a fairer fight, you know who to call. Farah and Farah. Tampa.
A spring day is the most righteous time to hit up your group chat, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and get outside. Because when the outdoors calls, it's good to have exhilarating ice-cold refreshment to answer.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Choosing a bottled Starbucks Frappuccino drink that's all flavor and just 100 calories? Easy. Choosing between creamy vanilla, double chocolate, and sea salt caramel flavors? A little harder. Try the delicious new Starbucks Frappuccino light drinks. Look for them wherever you buy groceries. Start with Starbucks coffee.
Well, the Braves got to play catch-up tonight, trailing 3-0 into the top of the fifth inning. It'll be Harris, Allen, and Acuna coming up for the Braves. And Frankie Montas working with a 3-run lead for the first time in the game. Folks, did you know the original Louisiana brand hot sauce is the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves? It's made with peppers, vinegar, and salt, and the perfect balance to make the food you're eating taste better. That's Louisiana hot. Buy you some. Phillies are in Houston tonight. That game scoreless in the bottom of the first inning. They're just getting going down there in the Lone Star State. Phillies coming into the action tonight, a game and a half up on these Mets. And 10.5 games up on the Braves. Michael Harris to lead off. And a called strike. Marlins are in San Francisco later tonight. That game won't start for another hour and a half. Likewise for the Nationals. They're out west against the Padres. That game's still over an hour from starting out in San Diego. 0-1 to Harris. And he missed high. Cardinals have a 2-0 lead on the Cubs. That game's in the top of the third at Busch. Yankees leading the Reds 3-0. They're in the top of the fifth at Great American Ballpark. All those scores brought to you by Saya LTL Freight, the official freight carrier of the Atlanta Braves. 1-1 pitch. Harris swings and misses at a fastball. Three runs on 2 hits for the Mets. No runs, 2 hits for the Braves. Michael Harris 0 for 1 with a strikeout. 1-2 pitch. And Harris will send one deep but foul. Down the left field line, arcing into the seats. Still 1-2. Montas at 66 pitches. 1-2 to Harris. Bounced up there. I've got one more question for you that I didn't get to in the bottom of the fourth inning regarding your haunted hotel incident in Casper, Wyoming?
Yeah.
Here comes the 2-2 pitch on the way to Michael Harris. And that'll miss low and inside. If you knew that in some hotel somewhere you're going to be haunted by a ghost,
yeah,
would you be more horrified if it were a child or an elderly person? I'll let you chew on that one. 3-2 pitch. And a called third strike. Sinker over the inside corner. Harris goes down looking, 4th strikeout by Montas. And one away. Because I feel like in all the horror movies, it's one or the other. It's rarely just a middle-aged person. It's usually an elderly person.
I don't know.
Or a young child staring at you.
What's hand-to-hand combat with a ghost going to entail?
I think you're just running down the hallway. I don't know if there's much combat. Pitch on the way to Allen. There's a ball low and outside.
I'm going to go with an old person.
You'd rather it be the old person?
No.
You'd rather it be the child?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because kids are, innocent, good at heart.
Agreed.
The world hasn't ruined them yet, like you and me.
1-0 to Nick Allen at a called strike.
What about you? That's.
You ever seen the horror movie The Others?
My personal policy is not to watch horror movies, Ben. I'm a scaredy cat.
There's the 1-1 pitch. And Nick Allen with a check swing. They appeal. He did go. 1-2. Because I know in The Shining you have the twin girls. That didn't really freak me out.
Yeah.
In the others, there is the elderly woman in a wedding dress. That just creeped me out. That's the last thing I want to see. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Allen takes the ball high, 2-2.
So we're on the same page.
We're on the same page.
All right.
Three 0 Mets, top of the fifth. And the 2-2 pitch. And Allen's able to send one into center field, and that drops in for a base hit. Got a barrel to that sinker from Montas, and it's a 2-for-2 night for Nick Allen. So now a chance to make something happen. You've got Allen at first base, one down for the top of the order. And the Braves need an answer quickly after giving up 3 runs in the bottom of the 4th inning. Got the top of the order coming up with a third time versus Montas. Ronald Acuna with one big swing to get the Braves right back into this thing. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. And Acuna swings and misses at a first pitch fastball. That was right down the middle. Couple of hits, including a home run last night for Acuna. Here's the 0-1. And a ground ball foul down the third baseline, right outside the bag. 0-2 on Ronald. Dating back to his debut on May 23rd for this season, Acuna has led the big leagues in batting average, on base, and runs scored, and paces the National League in hits and OPS. I mean, that's really jumping right into the action and lighting the fuse, wasting no time. Needing some of that right here, but he's down 0-2. Oh, 2 from Montas. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. Montas has solved Acuna twice tonight. Ronald just walks back to the third base dugout, meanwhile looking up there at the video board of the replay. One more note on Ronald. If you took the numbers that he's put up since he started this season and extrapolated that over a full 162-game season, he's on pace for 231 hits and 52 home runs. That's incredible, but unfortunately 0 for 2 tonight. Matt Olson takes the ball low and inside.
Yeah, Ronald hit that home run last night in the second at bat, drew the ire of these Citi Field fans because of his celebrations. They felt like they're a little excessive, and since then, hasn't done much. 3 strikeouts.
3-0 Mets. 1-0 to Olson. There's a ball up and in. Well, and that's my rebuttal to anybody who says anything about not liking Ronald's theatrics around the bases. If you don't like it, well, get him out. You don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
But if he parks it, well, he can go do whatever he wants to do.
And remember, Juan Soto is on your team.
Right. 2-0 to Olson. And he hits one way up in the air to right field, got under it. Juan Soto over to his left and deep right. And shy of the warning track makes the catch. Matt just missed that one. Braves get a 1-out single from Nick Allen. And that is that. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning, 3-0 Mets.
Are you in the market for a mortgage? If you're borrowing for a big...
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I saw you from across a cafe, and you're the Geico Gecko, right?
In the flesh.
Oh, my goodness. This is huge to finally meet you. I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Anyway, that's all. Enjoy the rest of your food.
No worries. So are you just going to watch me eat?
Oh, sorry. Just a little starstruck. I'll be on my way.
If you're going to stick around, just pull up a chair.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
Rollovers, head-on collisions, hit and runs, you name it. We've litigated it.
And while insurance companies joke about the mayhem that occurs on roadways, we've seen the real effects. Lost lives, catastrophic injury, cars crushed like soda cans. And trust us, there's nothing funny about it.
If you've been in a crash, count on our experienced attorneys to seek full justice and all the money your case is worth.
For a fairer fight, you know who to call. Farah and Farah. Tampa.
A spring day is the most righteous time to hit up your group chat, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and get outside. Because when the outdoors calls, it's good to have exhilarating ice-cold refreshment to answer.
do. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine. Give me a do.
Do the do.
Choosing a bottled Starbucks Frappuccino drink that's all flavor and just 100 calories? Easy. Choosing between creamy vanilla, double chocolate, and sea salt caramel flavors? A little harder. Try the delicious new Starbucks Frappuccino light drinks. Look for them wherever you buy groceries. Start with Starbucks coffee.
Weekday afternoons on 680 The Fan.
Top of the order for the Mets in the bottom of the fifth inning. They have a 3-0 lead. All three of their runs coming in the bottom of the fourth. There were 3 walks in that inning. They turned 2 of those into runs. The other run came in as Pete Alonso had reached on a single. They have RBIs from McNeil and Beatty tonight. Second game of this series. Great to have you with us on a Tuesday night from Citi Field in New York alongside Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick. Ben Ingram here with you. Here's Francisco Lindor to lead off. First pitch on the way to Lindor, and there's a called strike. Growing up, Lindor was a huge Red Sox fan. He grew up in the Dominican Republic, moved to Florida when he was 11 years old. There's the 0-1 pitch on the way, and now time called. Growing up, he idolized Robbie Alomar, Barry Larkin, Jimmy Rollins, all the great shortstops of the era, Derek Jeter, Omar Vizquel. Always knew he wanted to be a major league shortstop. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And there's a ball high and outside. And it was his father who really got him into baseball, playing at a young age. His dad, Miguel, would hit him ground balls from the top of a hill. Here's the 1-1 pitch on the way. Pulled foul on the right field line. And his dad was trying to, standing at the top of a slope, attempt to create tricky hops for the young Lindor, who would stand at the bottom of the hill, doing his best to defend whatever his dad hit him. And he credits that for his abilities to show the range that he displays now in the big leagues at shortstop. 1-2 to Lindor. Check swing in the dirt, and he made contact with it, pouncing upon it, Baldwin, and applies the tag to Lindor. And that'll be an unassisted put out by Drake Baldwin. Nice play by Drake. Boy, that bounced in the dirt and then came up and hit the bat of Lindor. How about that?
I didn't see it. I thought he was calling him out as a swinging third strike, and it was going to be, you know, a foul ball. But wow.
That's pretty unique.
Yeah, it really is.
I don't think his dad ever hit any like that from the top of that hill. Pitch in the dirt that bounced up, hit his check swing bat to be put into play, and Drake Baldwin picked it up, put the tag on. Pitch swung on a miss by Nimmo. That's a unique out right there. '80th pitch of the game from Strider. Good fastball swung on, missed.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here thinking about him hitting balls down a hill. You know, I help coach a kids team, and we have kids throw balls up a hill so they can practice field and ground balls themselves. I never thought of hitting them down. Got to try that.
There's the 0-2 pitch in the air, slicing down the left field line, and a foul ball. 0-2. The story I was reading doesn't indicate exactly how steep the hill was. But either way, I'm just picturing a young kid out there and not knowing at all where the ball's going to bounce and doing that day after day after day. One down for Nimmo. Well, you think about the two guys at the top of their order, Lindor and Nimmo, coming from very different backgrounds. Mentioned earlier, Nimmo from Cheyenne, Wyoming. 0-2 pitch. There's ball low. One of the interesting stories on Nimmo, growing up in Wyoming, family of ranchers, and he's got family members who have participated in the rodeo for years. There's the 1-2 pitch on the way to Nimmo. There's a ball high and outside. So Nimmo, as a young man, wanted to get into the rodeo himself. And then when he was a kid, he had a bull step on his ankle. And he said, you know what? I think I'm hanging it up. It's been all baseball since then. There's the 2-2 pitch. Check swing and got him. Good slider. So Strider with the strikeout of Nimmo. Second time he's fanned him tonight.
Boy, that had to be painful. Probably about as painful as J-Chad's foot injury he's going through right now. That shower door attacked him in Miami.
Probably about the equivalent pain-wise.
Yeah.
He's been grinding, man.
Grinding.
2 down for Juan Soto. It's 3-0 Mets as we're in the bottom of the 5th. First pitch swung on and tipped into the mid. He was cutting it loose. Well, that fastball 95 right on by the bat of Soto. Braves in the 6th will have Ozuna, Riley, and Baldwin. Strider hoping for a quiet bottom of the 5th inning. Is 0-1 to Soto. Low inside with a changeup. Strider has turned in 2 1-2-3 innings in the game. They came back-to-back in the 2nd and 3rd. Kicks and fires. 1-1 swung on, missed. Up the ladder with a fastball.
Yeah, he's bounced back nicely. That last inning, he threw 33 pitches. The inning he had 3 walks, so that's a big workload for 1 inning. Looking sharp this inning, though.
Yeah, he needs a quick inning here. Wind up in the 1-2. Tried the high fastball again. This time doesn't get a take from Soto. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two. Blowing outside with a slider. Strider coming up on 90 pitches. This will be number 90. Braves have had Aaron Bummer tossing. He's still out there on the bullpen mound. Huascar Brazoban tossing for the Mets. 3-2 pitch, and he got a piece of a slider to foul it back. Strider gets a brand new pearl from home plate umpire Adam Hammery. Rubs up the baseball. Now back out there on the rubber. Shoulders squared up to his target, Drake Baldwin. Kicks and brings a 3-2, and he got him looking with a fastball. Zipped one on the inside corner. Soto goes down looking. That doesn't happen very often. And that ends the bottom of the 5th inning. So we go to the top of the 6th. Still a 3-0 lead for the Mets.
Nothing is quite as American as supporting the home team. At Quick Creek, it's what we've been doing for over 80.
So, I was just parking my car, and then I saw you. The gecko. Huge fan.
I'm always honored to meet fans out in the wild.
The honor is mine. I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app.
Well, the Geico app is top-notch.
I know you get asked this all the time, but could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, that means so much. Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help, I suppose.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
When you've been in a crash and your mind's racing.
When you've fallen in a store and are blaming yourself.
When you've been hurt at work and you don't know what to do.
Or if you've been the victim of a medical mistake, we've got you.
We've got what it takes to prove a case that the insurance companies can't ignore.
With decades of experience and a track record of winning for our clients.
Farah and Farah, Tampa.
A spring day is the most righteous time to hit up your group chat, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and get outside. Because when the outdoors calls, it's good to have exhilarating ice-cold refreshment to answer.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Choosing a bottled Starbucks Frappuccino drink that's all flavor and just 100 calories? Easy. Choosing between creamy vanilla, double chocolate, and sea salt caramel flavors? A little harder. Try the delicious new Starbucks Frappuccino light drinks. Look for them wherever you buy groceries. Start with Starbucks coffee. When your morning needs an extra boost, choose Starbucks Double Shot Energy. And then choose between delicious ready-to-drink flavors like vanilla, mocha, or white chocolate. Look for them wherever you buy groceries. A good day starts with better coffee. Start with Starbucks coffee.
Scar. He is 35 years old and a veteran of 4 seasons. On the year, he's got a 2.38 ERA. Pitched in 32 games. Last time he pitched was against Philadelphia, went 2 innings with 1 hit and 2 strikeouts. Huascar Ingram now on the call.
Well, let me just tell you this. I was hopeful coming into tonight that the Braves could find a way to crack Montas. Well, that did not happen. Here's Marcell Ozuna. Takes a ball high. I mean, we were looking at those numbers for his 6 rehab appearances, and it was hideous.
Gruesome.
An ERA over 12 and had given up 8 home runs. 1-0 pitch low and outside. Well, we found another gear tonight and silenced the Braves in 5 innings. And now the Braves down 3-0 here in the top of the 6th inning. It's the Georgia Lottery home run jackpot inning. And our contestant tonight has a very fitting name, given the conversation we had earlier. There's a ball high. If the Braves homer this inning, our contestant, Stephen King from Atlanta, Georgia, will win $2,350. There's a 3-0 pitch. And there's ball 4 low. So leadoff walk to Ozuna. I had no idea beforehand when I started up that haunted house conversation that our contestant tonight was going to be named Stephen King. But if the Braves hit a homer, he'll win $2,350. And if you'd like to enter for your chance to win at least $1,000 from the Georgia Lottery, visit 680thefan.com/GA Lottery. Georgia Lottery, today could be the day. Austin Riley takes ball. No, that's a high strike. Goodness. That was out of the zone, and Adam Hamry said strike 1. 0-1 on Riley, who's 0 for 2. Hit into a double play, also flying out to left field. 0-1 in the dirt, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Now you mentioned Stephen King. I think the Pet Sematary. I remember I took that off my parents' shelf when I was an adolescent and started reading it. I think I got 10 pages into it. It was like, nope, this is not for me.
1-1 pitch popped up, foul ground. Over by the Mets dugout, Torrens comes over to give it a peek, and that's into the seats. And that's probably the last time you read any Stephen King at all, huh?
Absolutely. I mean, I was a little slow when I was a kid, so I couldn't figure out from the cover that it was a horror novel. Very quick. I don't think I slept for a week. Then I'm good.
1-2 on Riley. And the pitch. And Riley with a fly ball into the seats down the right field line.
Little Darren was slow and had a really good imagination. I don't know if you remember the movie Look Who's Talking. It's about babies that can talk. In Look Who's Talking 2, there was a toilet that was talking to the baby.
Yeah.
And I found it just terrifying.
You couldn't handle it.
I didn't go near a toilet.
Well, a lot's changed since then. There's a ball outside.
Yeah, I had to sleep on my parents' floor for like a week, protecting me from that toilet that was going to come attack me. Gremlins is another movie. I mean, it's a personal policy not to watch horror movies.
There's the 2-2 pitch. Riley sends one foul. Well, as an adult, you've been getting your revenge ever since. It's been you on the attack. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Riley. 3-0 Mets, top of the 6th inning. Huascar Brazaban said right of the belt. Here's his 2-2 pitch. And Riley takes the cutter outside. Some groans from the grandstand, but Adam Hamry had that one right. That missed outside. So now 3-2. Drake Baldwin due up next. Need to get a couple of men on base for Drake. Payoff pitch. And ball 4 outside. Well, it was the Braves who handed the Mets some gifts in the 4th inning with 3 walks. And they turned those into 3 runs. Now back-to-back walks here in the top of the 6th inning. And could this be the gift the Braves have been looking for?
Could be. Brazaban last week in Atlanta gave the Braves a gift. 2/3 of an inning, 2 hits, 4 earned runs with 3 walks. So you don't have to look too far back in history to see what we're hoping for here tonight.
Meeting at the mound, Jeremy Hefner, the pitching coach, out there visiting with the entire infield. As you have found a picture of this talking toilet. That thing is pretty
scary.
Fierce. I mean, he's got fangs.
For a 7-year-old, for a kid's movie, if you haven't seen it, look it up. Look Who's Talking 2. Because the kid was potty training.
Right.
Man.
And that got you.
I'm still traumatized.
Childhood fears. A topic I never thought we'd get into in the sixth inning of a ball game. First pitch to Drake Baldwin, and a called strike. Pitch missed, or rather hit right at the bottom of the zone. And a 0-1 count on Baldwin. Brazoban focused on his target. Luis Torrens, he's the catcher. 0-1 pitch missed low, 1-1. Tell you what, this would be a really good time to make a winner out of Stephen King in the Georgia Lottery home run jackpot inning. A long one would tie the game. 1-1 to Drake. Big swing and a miss and a changeup in the dirt. Would have been ball 2. Instead of 1-2 count on Drake Baldwin. Rookie batting .291 with 8 homers. He's 0 for 1 tonight with a ground out to second and a walk. 1-2 and a laser deep down the right field line. That will hook foul. Got some good wood on it. But just outside the orange foul pole down the right field line. Jose Castillo now up and tossing for the Mets. He's a left-hander. 1-2 pitch. Ground ball out to first and foul right on the other side of the line. Pete Alonso went into foul ground to glove it. Braves are 0 for 3 in the game with runners in scoring position. They've left 5 aboard. And while they won the game last night, they're still thoroughly frustrated with men in scoring position. Trying to solve that right here with Drake Baldwin. Meanwhile, the right-hander Brazoban comes set of the belt. Cuts loose a 1-2, and he laid off a changeup outside. Good eye. They get a 2-2 count on Baldwin. Riley at first, Ozuna at second. Brazoban's 2-2. Outside ball 3. And now he's run the risk of loading the bases with one more outside the zone. Brazoban just hasn't looked comfortable. He comes set here. 3-2 pitch, nowhere near, and they're loaded. He has walked the bases loaded, and the Braves have a golden opportunity here in the 6th. And they have got to find a way to cash in right here. 3 straight walks.
In 2/3 of an inning pitched against the Braves, he's walked 6 batters. In the other 41 innings of the year, he's walked 15. I mean, he is not comfortable pitching against these guys. They got to make him pay, as you mentioned.
Albies is 0 for 2. First pitch he sees. Called strike with a changeup at the bottom of the zone. Albies with a pop out to the catcher and a pop up to right field. Righty-lefty matchup. 0-1 pitch sent foul down the right field line, and suddenly 0-2. After Albies, it's Verdugo and then Harris. Now, we mentioned how the bottom of the order has scuffled. Somebody's got to step up and make something happen. 0-2 pitch. In the dirt, laid off a changeup. That seems to be the pitch that Brazoban has the most confidence in.
Yeah, that's his most often used pitch. 40% changeups, which you don't see a whole lot of. And that tells you it's a pretty good pitch. A lot of movement on it.
Bases loaded, no one out. 1-2 pitch in the air to right field. Juan Soto drifting back, makes the catch in deep right. Ozuna will tag. He will come in and score. And the Braves on the board with a sac fly from Ozzie Albies. Second to third for Austin Riley. So the Braves put a dent in the scoreboard. It's 3-1. And the inning continues now for Alex Verdugo. And he'll be facing a brand new pitcher. Quickly up onto the field and bouncing out of the Mets dugout is Carlos Mendoza. So he'll go to his left-hander who's been warming up, making the Pennington grass seed call to the bullpen. If you're looking to transform your lawn this year, turn to Pennington Grass Seed, the official partner of the Atlanta Braves grounds crew. Pennington Grass Seed, rooted in Braves country. We'll introduce you to the new pitcher when we come back. 3-1 Mets.
So, I was just parking my car, and then I saw you. The Gecko. Huge fan.
I'm always honored to meet fans out in the wild.
The honor is mine. I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app.
Well, the Geico app is top-notch.
I know you get asked this all the time, but could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, that means so much. Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help, I suppose.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
How do we respond to lowball offers from insurance companies?
With relentless litigation. For the justice you're entitled to after an accident, you know who to call.
Make it a Farrah fight.
Farrah and Farrah.
Tampa.
A spring day is the most righteous time to hit up your group chat, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and get outside. Because when the outdoors calls, it's good to have exhilarating ice-cold refreshment to answer.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Morning decisions. A creamy mocha frappuccino drink? A sweet vanilla? Maybe a smooth caramel? Or that white chocolate mocha? Whichever you choose, delicious coffee awaits. Start your day with bottled Starbucks Frappuccino drinks. Pick up a bottle near you wherever you buy your groceries.
When your morning needs an extra boost, choose Starbucks Double Shot Energy. And then choose between delicious ready-to-drink flavors like vanilla, mocha, or
Castillo. He's a 29-year-old and he's sporting a 4.5 ERA this season. That's a little deceptive because in his 12 relief appearances since he's come over from the Diamondbacks to the Mets, he has a .7 ERA and 11 1/3 innings pitched. Done a pretty good job with inherited runners as well. He's stranded 8 of 9. Let's see if we can make that 8 of 11 here tonight.
Well, the Braves will pinch hit with Eli White. Eli was in the lineup last night, went 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. And now the Braves set up the right-handed bat to face the lefty Castillo. Eli has never faced Jose Castillo before. 1 down, runners at the corners. First pitch on the way to White. And he'll swing and miss at a first pitch slider. 3 runs, 2 hits for the Mets. 1 run, 3 hits for the Braves. Riley at third, Baldwin at first, and the 0-1. And Eli shoots one off the third baseman's glove, Beatty. It rolls over to the shortstop, Lindor. Nothing he can do about it. Riley scores, and it's a 1-run game. Eli White got just enough mustard on it to get it off the glove of Beatty and zip it by him where he couldn't squeeze it. And now down to second base goes Baldwin. Braves have him at first and second in a 1-run game. Good effort by Beatty, lunging to his left, but not fast enough. So now a base hit could tie the game. And the bat in the hands of the man who is most due for a base hit, Michael Harris. Tying run at second base, go-ahead run at first base. Pretty good wheels at second, elite wheels at first. Pitch on the way to Harris. And it came up and in and got him, but where did it hit him? That got him in the arm. He's going to get first base. Got him in the right arm or right hand, and Harris doubles over in pain. It came up and in on that first pitch, and I couldn't tell if it got the hand or the knob of the bat on first glance, but that clearly got Harris. He's in pain, and George Poulos out there to check on him. And I'll tell you what, while they're tending to Harris, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Braves Radio Network.
Every Atlanta Braves game, live on the air and streaming free on the app.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan.
All right, watching the replay, Darren, looked like it got him on the elbow.
Yeah, he does wear an elbow guard, but I think that got him just above the elbow guard, out on the tricep side of his elbow. And, Michael, he can take a hit by pitch. This is a little unusual for him. He must really be hurting.
Well, that first pitch up and in. He just had no time to get out of the way of it. Now he'll head down to first base. Michael stays in the game and just swinging that right arm. I'm sure it took all the feeling out of his arm. They call it the funny bone. There's nothing funny when you get hit there. Meanwhile, Reed Garrett is tossing in the bullpen. Here comes Jeremy Hefner. This has been the Achilles heel for the Mets in this stretch. We mentioned earlier how they've dropped 9 of their last 10 games. And there are other elements to their team that have caused them to struggle here lately. But at the front of that parade, Darren, has been their pitching, in particular their bullpen. We're seeing that once again here.
Yeah, you just... It just drives pitching coaches and managers crazy. The walks. The walks, free passes, come around to score. 4 out of the 5 runs that have scored on both sides of the ball tonight have been walks. So there's nothing that drives the staff crazier than walks, and fans too. I can sympathize with people that have to listen and watch ball forward, another walk.
Well, the hottest hitter for the Braves tonight is the man climbing in. The guy batting ninth, Nick Allen. He's 2 for 2 with 2 singles, and the bases are loaded, 1 down. First pitch to him, high and outside with a sinker. Even with the bag at third, Beatty. Pete Alonso, even with the bag at first base, well off the line. Left-hander Castillo brings the 1-0 pitch, and there's a called strike. Got a sinker over. All you want Allen to do is exactly what he's done twice in the game. Had a single in the third, had a single in the fifth. Single here at least ties the game. Likely gives the Braves the lead. 1-1 to Allen. Way outside. Missed badly with a sinker. Only 1 hit in the inning. There have been 3 walks and a hit batter, as well as a sac fly. Allen awaits. And the southpaw deals. Swung on, sent foul into the seats just back of the Mets dugout. Their starter, Montas, strung together 5 shutout innings. But once that bullpen gate opened, it's been a haunted house for the Mets. The 2-2 pitch. And Allen ropes one in the right field for a base hit. Charging to the plate and scoring now Baldwin, and the game is tied. Nick Allen is 3 for 3, and the Braves come surging back and making them pay. And they remain loaded now for Ronald Acuna, and he'll face a different pitcher. And right now the Mets have a rotating door on the mound. I mean, it's one hurler after the other. Here comes Carlos Mendoza. He's seen enough out of Castillo, and he might be thinking, who can I go to? Well, he'll be going to Reed Garrett, as the Mets will be making the Pennington grass seed call to the bullpen. He'll be their 3rd pitcher of the inning. If you're looking at...
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I saw you from across a cafe, and you're the Geico Gecko, right?
In the flesh.
Oh, my goodness. This is huge to finally meet you. I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Anyway, that's all. Enjoy the rest of your food.
No worries. So are you just going to watch me eat?
Oh, sorry. Just a little starstruck. I'll be on my way.
If you're going to stick around, just pull up a chair.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
Here's what the car insurance companies may think they know after a car crash. They know you probably don't know what your claim is worth, or how to calculate pain and suffering, lost wages and future earnings, current and future medical expenses, or diminished value to your car. But guess what? We do. And if we don't win your case, you owe us nothing. For a fairer fight, you know who to call. Farah and Farah. Tampa.
Morning decisions. A creamy mocha frappuccino drink? A sweet vanilla? Maybe a smooth caramel or that white chocolate mocha. Whichever you choose, delicious coffee awaits. Start your day with bottled Starbucks Frappuccino drinks. Pick up a bottle near you wherever you buy your groceries.
A spring day is the most righteous time to hit up your group chat, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and get outside. Because when the outdoors calls, it's good to have exhilarating ice-cold refreshment to answer.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
When your morning needs an extra boost, choose Starbucks Double Shot Energy. And then choose between delicious...
The righty pitched in Game 1 of this series, pitching a scoreless 8th inning. Struck out 2 in that inning. Ronald did not face Reed Garrett yesterday. This will be Reed's 33rd time in the ball game this season.
Well, and if you could hand select one batter to be up to the plate for the Braves in this situation, it'd be this man right here. First pitch to Acuna. He swings and misses at a splitter. Bases loaded, 1 out. It's a 3-3 game. Braves were down 3-0. And the bottom of the order has made it happen. Now let's see if they can get some production from the top of the order. 0-1 to Acuna. Inside, count even 1-1. Acuna in his career versus Garrett, 2 for 4 with a double and 2 walks. Right-hander ready. 1-1 pitch. Chase and a miss with a sweeper away. Had Ronald diving over the plate trying to find it. 1-2. Matt Olson swings a weighted bat on deck. Acuna's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts and a walk in the game. At the bottom of the order, hoping that he can come through as they have not only set the table but polished the silverware. And now it's in Ronald's hands. Garrett, long pause. And the 1-2 way outside. Count level, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Acuna is the 8th Brave to the plate here in the 6th inning. It's gone walk, 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 sac fly, single, hit by pitch, and then another single. Acuna waits the 2-2. Offering on the way, and he'll ground one foul on the third baseline. Eli White was leaning out of the way as that was bouncing right past him. Braves have Nick Allen as the runner at first. Michael Harris is at second. Eli White is at third. You got some really fast runners out there.
Yeah, you got the cheetahs on the bases.
He finds a gap, but the Jackrabbits will be off to the races. 2-2 for Acuna. Pitch from Garrett. Missed inside, almost hit him with a sinker, and the count will run full. Well, this will be fun. A 3-2 count for Acuna, bases loaded. Ronald trying to give the Braves the lead here in the top of the 6th inning. And Garrett steps off the back of the rubber. So there's a disengagement there. Ready now as the count is full. Bases loaded. And the payoff pitch. Check swing. They appeal. He did go. It was in the hands of James Jean, the first base umpire. Ronald thought he held up on that pitch away. And Jean said strike 3. So 2 down in the inning.
I want to see that one again.
Catching the replay, yeah, probably a good call. But 2 down now for Olson. A chance to take the lead. Olson is 0 for 2 tonight. First pitch a called strike. Got a sweeper right at the bottom of the zone. Olson 1 for 4 in his career versus Garrett, and the one was a home run. Bases loaded, 2 down. 0-1 pitch, a high strike. Olson doesn't like it, and he's down 0-2. Matt with 8 career grand slams, and while that would be dandy for the Braves, just looking for a base hit. Braves have batted around here in the 6th inning. They've tied the game, but desperately seeking more. 0-2 to Olson. And bounced up there, bounces away from the catcher Torrens, but up the third base line. Nothing Eli White could do about that. If that goes down the first base line, he can take off and likely score.
Yeah, nice block, man. Drake Baldwin had a lot of nice blocks earlier in this game on that Spencer Strider slider. Now Torrens with a big one, saving the run for the Mets.
Sacks packed full of Braves, 2 down. Olson awaits the 1-2. Garrett brings it, and Olson gets a piece of the sweeper to hang alive. I mean, barely got a stitch of it.
Yeah, Garrett's a tough righty. A lot of movement on all of his pitches. Matt has done such a good job of cutting his swing down with 2 strikes this year. Just trying to put the ball in play, and he's going to have a battle on his hands here with Garrett.
Righty-lefty matchup on the 1-2 pitch due up to Matt Olson. Garrett deals, and Olson slugs one into right field. A base hit for Matt. Eli scores. Here comes Michael Harris. He scores. And the Braves' first baseman deals a huge blow here in the top of the 6th inning. It's a 2 RBI single, and the Braves have a 5-3 lead. A piercing shot into right field. What a battle that was, and won by Matt Olson.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. You know, he's not dropping the hands, trying to hit a home run. Just short line drive swing, and he won that battle. What a big AB.
That is huge. It's turned into a 5-run 6th inning. And now the Braves looking to pad that lead. It all started with a leadoff walk to this man, Marcell Ozuna. And Ozuna swings and misses at the first pitch he sees. Will make that base hit by Olson the truest play of the game, brought to you by Truist. When you work with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. Leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank member FDIC. Here comes the 0-1 pitch to Ozuna. Outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. RBIs 50 and 51 for Matt Olson. Runners at the corners. 1-1 low and in. Boy, go back to something that you and I were discussing earlier in the game. Talking about if you could just have one guy at the bottom of the order, find a way to contribute. 2-1 to Ozuna. Called strike on the outside corner. Well, tonight that's been Nick Allen. And while the 2 RBI single by Olson is the biggest hit of the game for the Braves, it was Allen's base hit that set it all up.
Yeah, Eli White as well. You know, Ronald's kind of been the fire starter here lately, but not having his best day today. So the bottom lineup picking him up. Really fun to watch.
Make it a 2-2 count on Ozuna. Olson at first, Allen at third. 5-3 Braves in the 6th. Garrett's 2-2. Inside for ball 3. Boy, a lot of deep counts this inning. Even the batters who have not walked, feels like everybody's had a 3-ball count. Now Olson can get a lead here and take off early. And the 3-2 pitch. Low and outside, ball 4. Can you believe it? That's the 4th walk of the inning. Ozuna's 2nd walk this inning. There's also been a hit batter and 3 hits. This is the kind of inning the Braves have needed for the longest time. Wow. And now Dickie Lovelady up and tossing in the Mets bullpen.
You're saying we might see the 4th Mets reliever of the inning?
In an inning. Jeremy Hefner, the pitching coach, is out there. I don't know how many answers he has. He's got way more questions than answers. I can tell you that much.
Now, baseball's a funny game. Last night, Reed Garrett looked unhittable. You know, you could see him peacocking around the mound, striking guys out. Different story here tonight.
Bases loaded for Austin Riley. Our contestant, Stephen King, still alive in the Georgia Lottery home run jackpot inning. Loaded with 2 down. First pitch on the way to Riley. Low it outside with a sinker. Riley has been on once tonight. That was on a walk earlier this inning. This inning feels like it started about an hour ago. One on Riley. Strike that was away, and Adam Hammer gives the strike to Garrett. That never had the plate, and a 1-1 count. Ozuna at first, Olson at second, Allen is at third. 1-1 to Riley. And a high outside strike again. Those last 2 pitches never had the plate. And Riley knows it ought to be a 3-0 count. But Reed Garrett has been saved by Adam Hammer's strike zone. So now it's 1-2 on Riley. Braves leading 5-3 in the 6th. Bases loaded. And the 1-2. And a swing and a miss at a sweeper for strike 3. You can understand Riley being frustrated as he was given 2 strikes that never should have been strikes. But the Braves surge back with a 5-run inning. We go to the bottom of the 6th.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I saw you from across a cafe, and you're the Geico Gecko, right?
In the flesh.
Oh, my goodness. This is huge to finally meet you. I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Anyway, that's all. Enjoy the rest of your food.
No worries. So are you just going to watch me eat?
Oh, sorry. Just a little starstruck. I'll be on my way.
If you're going to stick around, just pull up a chair.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
If you've been in a big truck accident, you need a lawyer that specializes in big trucks. A lawyer who knows all the federal traffic rules that can affect your case.
And who can navigate the complex web of laws dealing with the trucking company, the leasing company, the shipper, and all the other details that can complicate your case.
At Farah and Farah, we've seen it all, and we're ready to go the long haul to fight for you. Tampa.
Morning decisions. A creamy mocha frappuccino drink? A sweet vanilla? Maybe a smooth caramel or that white chocolate mocha. Whichever you choose, delicious coffee awaits. Start your day with bottled Starbucks Frappuccino drinks. Pick up a bottle near you wherever you buy your groceries.
When your morning needs an extra boost, choose Starbucks Double Shot Energy. And then choose between delicious ready-to-drink flavors like vanilla, mocha, or white chocolate. Look for them wherever you buy groceries. A good day starts with better coffee. Start with Starbucks coffee.
Spectrum Business keeps real businesses, like Rise Bakery, connected.
As a business owner, my Spectrum services help simplify my day. Everything we do is easier knowing that we've got a reliable connection. And it helps our business just run really smoothly. Even though our techniques are very ancient, we rely just as heavily on technology. Spectrum allows my business to go from surviving to thriving.
Keep your business running smoothly with Spectrum Internet, starting at $40 a month. Restrictions apply. Services
and a hit by pitch by 3 different Mets relievers. Score stands at 5-3 heading to the bottom of the 6th, and we have a reliever on for the Braves. Right-hander Pierce Johnson, working for the 29th time this season, has 5 holds, 26 and 3rd innings pitched, and 30 strikeouts. Pierce is sporting a cool 3.42 ERA. So final line on Spencer Strider: 5 innings pitched, 2 hits, 3 earned, 4 walks, and 8 strikeouts.
So here's Alonso to lead off. And the first pitch from Pierce Johnson, a called strike. Well, Michael Harris out of the game. Michael hit by a pitch in the top of the inning, remained in the game to run the bases and scored, but has not gone out into the field defensively. Alonso takes a strike. Eli White remains in the game and goes to center field. And remember, Eli pinch hit for Alex Verdugo, so that leaves an opening in left field, which has been filled by Stuart Fairchild. So in the Braves outfield, it's Fairchild in left, White in center, Acuna, of course, still in right field. Oh, 2 pitch. And Alonso swings and misses at a curveball for strike 3. 1 out in the 6th inning. Well, now you want to do what the Mets could not do, and that's throw strikes, protect the lead. I mean, the last thing that they wanted there in the top of the 6th inning, once they turned it over to the bullpen, was free passes. And the Braves sent 11 men to the plate, and walk after walk after walk, and also a hit batter. Well, they had a disaster on their hands. Starling Marte takes a called strike.
Yeah, the Mets bullpen coming into the series was the 5th best ERA in the league, but that was from a really strong start. As you mentioned, they've been flagging a little bit here lately.
0-1 to Marte. That's outside. To be quite honest, what we saw in the 6th inning, that's what I expected to see versus Montas, the starter.
Yeah,
he was good.
Right. Yeah, he was really good today.
Right on right matchup. 1-1 pitch, and he missed low with a curveball. A 5-run 6th for the Braves. Here's the 2-1. Marte with a big swing and a miss. Boy, a hush has fallen over Citi Field after that 5-run 6th inning. This place was a buzz, and then they probably feel like they ran into a buzz saw with a 5-run 6th inning for the Braves. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Marte. In the dirt, 3-2. And the Mets bullpen numbers in June compared to what they had done in the first 2 months of the season, I mean, it probably looks like a completely different group of men out there. There's the 3-2. Got him looking. I mean, jelly-legged him with a curveball. Marte goes down looking. 2 down here in the 6th inning. I mean, those numbers they put up first 2 months of the season looked elite.
Yeah, they were nails. But that's what happens in bullpen. One guy's struggling. You got to move the other guys back 1 inning, and they're in spots they haven't been pitching in, and it can be contagious down there, those struggles.
Well, it's been an outbreak with the numbers that they put up as a unit here in June. Jeff McNeil takes a ball high. Napa is a proud partner of your Atlanta Braves. With America's largest network of parts and care, Napa has all the bases covered when it comes to your ride. Boy, a 1-2-3 inning would be exactly what Pierce Johnson is in the mood for. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And a ball outside, 2-0. Pitch, low and in. I'll tell you one thing you didn't anticipate talking about is Spencer Strider being the pitcher of record when he got that final out of Soto in the 5th.
Yeah, sometimes you get lucky there. The boys pick you up, score 5.
3-0 to McNeil, and there's ball 4. Fastball miss, so a 2-out walk. 2 down for Luis Torrens. Ben Darren and Jay Chad with you from Citi Field. Second game of the series. Braves won nail-biter last night, 3-2. And they're trailing 3-0 in this one. And then they scored 5 times in the 6th and have a 2-run lead. There's the first pitch strike. Fastball 93. Long pause. Now the 0-1 to Torrens. That'll be fouled back 0-2. So many times we've seen it this season, Darren, where the Braves will fall down 2-3 runs early and just never recover from it and just sleepwalk, and that's that. And for the first 5 innings of this game, this looked like that exact same script once again.
Yeah, that's what it felt like.
I mean, just to get that bounce back the way that they displayed in the 6th inning. So welcome, given how few times we've seen it. Here's the 0-2 check swing. He does commit on the curveball for strike 3. Good inning for Pierce Johnson. He strikes out 3 batters there in the 6th. And we'll roll right into the top of the 7th. Braves 5, Mets 3.
Braves fans, this is Mike Morgan, founder and CEO of...
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I saw you from across a cafe, and you're the Geico Gecko, right?
In the flesh.
Oh, my goodness. This is huge to finally meet you. I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Anyway, that's all. Enjoy the rest of your food.
No worries. So are you just going to watch me eat?
Oh, sorry. Just a little starstruck. I'll be on my way.
If you're going to stick around, just pull up a chair.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
How do we respond to lowball offers from insurance companies?
With relentless litigation. For the justice you're entitled to after an accident, you know who to call.
Make it a FARA fight. Fair and FARA.
Tampa.
A spring day is the most righteous time to hit up your group chat, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and get outside. Because when the outdoors calls, it's good to have exhilarating ice-cold refreshment to answer.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Choosing a bottled Starbucks Frappuccino drink that's all flavor and just 100 calories? Easy. Choosing between creamy vanilla, double chocolate, and sea salt caramel flavors? A little harder. Try the delicious new Starbucks Frappuccino light drinks. Look for them wherever you buy groceries. Start with Starbucks coffee. When your morning needs an extra boost, choose Starbucks Double Shot Energy. And then choose between delicious ready-to-drink flavors like vanilla, mocha, or white chocolate. Look for them wherever you buy groceries. A good day starts with better coffee. Start with Starbucks coffee.
Is your power bill getting bigger and bigger? You need to replace your leaking windows and doors. Check out Renewal by Anderson's 30-year anniversary sale. Buy one, get one 30% off replacement windows and doors. Go to bestwindowsflorida.com.
With the Blue Jays, where he allowed 4 earned runs over 1 2/3 innings. Since then, he's been spending his time down in AAA St. Paul in the Twins organization, where he has pitched much better. He posted a 1.31 ERA there in 19 outings. And there has been a little change in procedure in his name. I've always known him as Richard Lovelady, but right. I guess he made it known he wanted to go by his nickname.
They told Mets beat writers, yeah, my name is Richard Lovelady, but my nickname is Dickie, and I want to be known as Dickie Lovelady. The fact that that's a real name is incredible. Here's Drake Baldwin, and Baldwin takes a called strike. I mean, if you met somebody and they said, "Hey, nice to meet you. The name's Dickie Lovelady," you'd say, "You're
come on, you're pulling my leg."
Yeah, there's no way that's your name. Soft tapper up the first base line, rolling fair, picked up by Alonso, and he just sets up as a roadblock right in front of the bag and puts the tag on Baldwin. And one down. He said, "Come on, seriously, what's your real name?" "Oh, no, it's Dickie Lovelady."
Well, the PA announcer announced him as Richard, so apparently he hasn't gotten the memo.
They're all business down there. They don't have a good time. There's Ozzie Albies. Braves leading 5-3, and Ozzie with a fly ball towards right center field. Over to his left, Jeff McNeil runs it down. 2 quick outs here in the 7th inning. Coming up, it'll be the 7th inning stretch. And that's brought to you by 13 Heroes, a premium line of spirits founded to honor the lives of the 13 service members killed in Afghanistan in 2021. Help turn tragedy into legacy by visiting 13heroes.com today. Took them 8 batters to get 2 outs last inning. And now 2 quick outs here in the 7th. There's Eli White. Lovelady deals, and there's a called strike. Lovelady, the 5th pitcher used by Carlos Mendoza tonight. 0-1 pitch misses. Braves have used 2 hurlers, Strider and Johnson. Southpaw Lovelady brings the 1-1. That'll be fouled off. Tipped into the mid, I should say, of Torrens. At a 1-2 count. Lovelady was property of the Braves for a brief time a few years ago. There's a 1-2 sent foul. Braves purchased Lovelady from the Royals in March of 2023. And then the A's got him off waivers from the Braves about 2.5 weeks later. And he's been passed around like an offering plate ever since then. 1-2 pitch. And a chopper to short. Coming in now, Lindor takes a friendly hop, throws over, stretch off the bag, and Alonso squeezes it for the 3rd out. Now the Braves go down to 1-2-3 in the top of the 7th inning. So we advance to the bottom of the 7th inning. Braves still leading 5-3.
Hope. It's more than a word. It's a breakthrough in the making. At City of Hope, we're pushing.
So, I was just parking my car, and then I saw you. The gecko. Huge fan.
I'm always honored to meet fans out in the wild.
The honor is mine. I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app.
Well, the Geico app is top-notch.
I know you get asked this all the time, but could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, that means so much. Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help, I suppose.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
If you're in a slip and fall accident, time is not on your side. Stores have video footage that's crucial evidence in your case. You've got to act quickly. Call Farah and Farah so we can preserve it before it disappears. Tampa.
Spring Day is the most righteous time to hit up your group chat, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and get outside. Because when the outdoors calls, it's good to have exhilarating ice-cold refreshment to answer.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Choosing a bottled Starbucks Frappuccino drink that's all flavor and just 100 calories? Easy. Choosing between creamy vanilla, double chocolate, and sea salt caramel flavors? A little harder. Try the delicious new Starbucks Frappuccino light drinks. Look for them wherever you buy groceries. Start with Starbucks coffee.
Is how doers get more done.
Spend your afternoon driving around with Chuck and Chernoff, and you can win a pair of Braves tickets. It happens during the 4 o'clock hour weekday afternoons on 680 The Fan.
Good guys leading it 5-3 as we head into the bottom of the seventh. Pierce Johnson was great tonight. 1 inning pitched, 3 strikeouts with just 1 walk. On to pitch this inning, the right-hander Rafael Montero should be familiar to these Mets fans. He signed with the New York Mets as an undrafted free agent out of the DR in 2011, then spent the first 4 years of his career as a Met and as a starter. Actually started 18 games for this franchise in 2017. And now he's a reliever, and he pitches for the Braves, and he'll be pitching for the 27th time this season, looking to secure his 5th hold. Last worked on Saturday against the Marlins.
He's got a 2-run lead. 5-3 Braves into the bottom of the 7th. Brett Beatty leading it off. He's had a good series. He takes a called strike. He's had an active bat tonight. Drove in 2 of their 3 runs with a single in the 4th inning. Down 0-1. 8-9-1 in the order for the Mets here in the 7th. 0-1 to Beatty. And he misses low with a splitter. Mets scored 3 times in the 4th. They sent 8 to the plate in the 4th inning. Had a 3-0 lead at that point. Here's the 1-1 from Montero. Cut it loose. Got a piece of a splitter, fouled it off, 1-2. Then the Braves had one of their best frames all season as they sent 11 men to the plate, 5 runs scored. And the Braves have a 5-3 lead here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Trying to get the leadoff man. Time called by Beatty. Dylan Dodd tossing in the Braves bullpen. He's the left-hander. 1-2 to Beatty. Fanned him. Splitter takes care of him. Tell you one thing the Braves have done a great job of in tonight's game. Not a single leadoff man has reached in this game.
Yeah, that splitter, that's nasty, man. Montero's been really good lately. Last 4 outings are scoreless. 5 innings pitched, now 9 strikeouts. He's been good lately.
Bunch of strikeouts tonight for Braves pitchers. There's a bouncer to second base, taken off the second hop by Ozzie Albies. Throws to first base, 2 down. Last night, the Mets had the leadoff man reach once the entire game. That was a leadoff single in the 6th inning by Beatty. That's the one frame where they scored. So something the Braves have done such a great job of. First guy comes up, you get him out, and getting that first out is so huge.
Oh, it is. Makes it so much harder for the team to score.
2 quick outs here in the bottom of the 7th. There's Francisco Lindor. And a first pitch ball outside. Did you know the all-time hot sauce leader in RBIs is the original Louisiana brand hot sauce? That's the original Louisiana brand hot sauce, like a double play for your mouth. It's Louisiana hot. Buy you some. 1-0 pitch. Bottle rocket. Shallow center. Allen out. White in. And this will be Allen's ball. And he's got it. And down they go. 1-2-3. Great job by Montero. He just whipped right through him there in the bottom of the 7th. We go to the top of the 8th. 5-3 Braves.
Hello, Braves country. I'm Paul Bird, Braves alum. The Atlanta Braves.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I saw you from across a cafe, and you're the Geico Gecko, right?
In the flesh.
Oh, my goodness. This is huge to finally meet you. I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Anyway, that's all. Enjoy the rest of your food.
No worries. So are you just going to watch me eat?
Oh, sorry. Just a little starstruck. I'll be on my way.
If you're going to stick around, just pull up a chair.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
At Penn Foster High School, you can take control of your education. You can earn your diploma online and on your time. At Penn Foster, you can feel confident about your future with the high school program that's made to fit your life. Enroll today at pennfoster.edu.
Going on vacation? We're here for it. With kids who turn a back seat into a courtroom drama over whose tablet is louder, whose charger is faster, and why watching the same cartoon for the 100th time is a human right? Yep, we totally have vehicles to handle that. Because whether it's a road trip or a business trip, where your flight's delayed, your phone's at 2%, and your dinner, whatever's open, yeah, here for that too. Enterprise, we're here for it.
How do we respond to lowball offers from insurance companies?
With relentless litigation. For the justice you're entitled to after an accident, you know who to call.
Make it a FARA fight. Fair and FARA.
Tampa.
Spectrum Business keeps real businesses, like Rise Bakery, connected.
As a business owner, my Spectrum services help simplify my day. Everything we do is easier knowing that we've got a reliable connection. And it helps our business just run really smoothly. Even though our techniques are very ancient, we rely just as heavily on technology. Spectrum allows my business to go from surviving to thriving.
Keep your business running smoothly with Spectrum Internet, starting at $40 a month. Restrictions.
Tonight was their night. They had a 3-0 lead into the 6th inning, and the Braves scored 5 times in the 6th. And looking to break their hearts here in the Big Apple once again. But getting late in this one, wouldn't mind a few more runs. Stuart Fairchild leads off of the Braves. He took over for Michael Harris's spot in the order, went into left field. Michael hit by a pitch on the elbow, had to come out of the game. And Fairchild takes a called strike. Stewart batting .182 this season. Couple of RBIs. If you can get his speed aboard, man, he's got great speed. Fairchild takes a ball outside, 1-1. This is still Lovelady on the mound for the Mets. Lefty Lovelady finds the zone over the outside corner with a sweeper, 1-2. After Fairchild, it'll be Allen, then back to the top of the order to Ronald Acuna. And you'd love for Ronald to come to the plate with a man or two aboard. 5-3 Braves in the 8th. And the 1-2 pitch. Fairchild cuts it loose, missed the sweeper for strike 3. 1 out in the 8th inning. Well, at the end of the game, Darren O'Day is going to select the Home Depot player of the game. And I'd say the leader in the clubhouse is this guy, Nick Allen. How about his night, Darren?
Yeah, they can't get him out tonight. Spraying line drives all over the field.
He's 3 for 3 with an RBI. That was a huge hit he had in the 6th inning. And he'll take a called strike. A 1 pitch. That'll miss high. Allen studying Lovelady. Pitch on the way. Fouled off into the seats down the right field line.
Yeah, Dickie Lovelady got quite an ovation last inning after he came in and got 3 up, 3 down. He's been pounding the zone. He's a low arm slot lefty, slinging it. Sinker right about 92, 93. Got a big sweeper as well with Braves and swing and miss at a couple times.
There's the 1-2. Allen takes a ball inside. Allen had a 4-hit game against the White Sox back in 2023. That's when he was a member of the A's. Here's the 2-2 pitch, sent foul. That is the only 4-hit game of his career. His high this year is 3. 2-2 pitch, ground ball out to third. That'll be gloved by Brett Beatty, sends it across, and there's the second out. Hoping to see something that had happened for Nick just once in his career, but still a great night, 3 for 3 before that ground out. So now 2 down for Ronald Acuna. Acuna has been on base once in this game. He walked back in the 3rd inning. So that has extended his on-base streak to 20 straight. Looking like his streak of multi-hit games will come to an end as he's 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts and a walk. There's a ball outside. He's had a multiple hit game 4 games in a row. 5-3 Braves in the 8th. Dickey Lovelady, ball in a black glove right in front of his belt. 1-0 pitch is off the plate. 2 balls, no strikes.
Yeah, I really like this matchup. You know, Ronald, when he's at his best, he's firing the ball to right center. And I mentioned Lovelady's a lefty sinker guy, slinging it. So the best approach to hit a lefty sinker is to stay inside the ball and hit it the other way.
Very favorable count here for Acuna. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And a strike on the inside corner with a sweeper. Mets in the bottom of the 8th will have 2, 3, 4 due up. Nimmo, Soto, and Alonso. Best part of their order. Meanwhile, the 2-1 to Acuna is outside, 3-1. Braves still have Dylan Dodd tossing in the bullpen. Also, Inyo de los Santos up as well. So double barrel action for the Braves, lefty and a righty. 3-1. A swing and a tip into the mitt. Just did touch the slider. Count runs full on Acuna. Three-2 pitch, and Acuna takes ball 4. Missed outside with a fastball. And while that was outside, that was still a better pitch than either of those 2 strikes called on Austin Riley in the 6th inning. I don't know what Adam Hamry saw there on either one of those pitches. But nevertheless, here's Matt Olson. Olson had the biggest base hit for the Braves there in the 6th inning, gave the Braves the lead with a 2 RBI single. And now left on left, Lovelady versus Olson. Off of it at first base. Acuna back in standing. By the way, Acuna with a stolen base earlier in the game collected his 200th career stolen base. He'll be running on contact with 2 down. Olson takes a called strike. Darren, going back to that base hit by Olson in the 6th inning, very impressive base hit for him, but how he got there was even more impressive. He fell behind 0-2 and really fought to get the count back towards his favor. 0-1 in for a strike.
And, you know, it's something that he's really improved on this year, is not just swinging and missing, changing his approach with 2 strikes and trying to put the ball in play. And here's a heck of a battle against Reed Garrett, who has great stuff, and Matt really stayed locked in and won that battle.
Yeah, that was
turned the game for the Braves.
That was masterful. Down 0-2 here. Dickey Lovelady brings the 0-2, and Olson whips one into right center field into the gap. That's going to continue to roll. Acuna off to the races. Hits the bag at third. Here he comes to the plate. Mets hit the cutoff man. RBI double. Matt Olson hitting him where it hurts tonight, and it's 6-3 Braves in the 8th.
Boy, he is locked in right now. He has hit better against lefties this season in terms of average. More power against righties, but that swing process. You know, we're not seeing a bunch of home runs, but man, is he hitting the ball hard. And it sure has paid off here tonight. And then another walk that scores for the Mets in Ronald Acuna.
That's where the Braves have been great tonight. It's something they were looking to do last night. Marcelo Zuna takes a ball outside. Man, aren't you loving these 2 guys at the top of the order, Acuna and Olson? 6-3 Braves in the 8th. Been 6 unanswered runs. 1-0 pitch misses outside. Now Lovelady wants a brand new baseball. 6 runs on 7 hits for the Braves. 3 runs on 2 hits for the Mets. This Mets crowd is stunned. Not just from what they've seen tonight, but what they've seen for the last 2 weeks. 2-0 low and in. Bounces back behind Torrens. And Olson stays at second base. And what we're seeing tonight is so similar to those games that we saw in Atlanta with the Mets pitchers walking batter after batter and the Braves finding ways to drive them in.
It seems like the Braves saved their best stuff for these guys.
3-0 is high. Guess what? Another walk. That's now 2 walks in the inning. And out comes Carlos Mendoza. He's got to be thinking, do I have anybody who can throw a strike? I mean, free pass after free pass, just punching tickets. So the Mets make the Pennington grass seed call to the bullpen. If you're looking to transform your lawn this year, turn to Pennington Grass Seed, the official partner of the Atlanta Braves grounds crew. Pennington Grass Seed, rooted in Braves country. It's 6-3 Braves here in the 8th.
You know what my favorite thing about Braves games?
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I saw you from across a cafe, and you're the Geico Gecko, right?
In the flesh.
Oh, my goodness. This is huge to finally meet you. I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Anyway, that's all. Enjoy the rest of your food.
No worries. So are you just going to watch me eat?
Oh, sorry. Just a little starstruck. I'll be on my way.
If you're going to stick around, just pull up a chair.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
How do we respond to lowball offers from insurance companies?
With relentless litigation. For the justice you're entitled to after an accident, you know who to call.
Make it a FARA fight. Fair and FARA.
Tampa.
A spring day is the most righteous time to hit up your group chat, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and get outside. Because when the outdoors calls, it's good to have exhilarating ice-cold refreshment to answer.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Morning decisions. A creamy mocha frappuccino drink? A sweet vanilla? Maybe a smooth caramel or that white chocolate mocha. Whichever you choose, delicious coffee awaits. Start your day with bottled Starbucks Frappuccino drinks. Pick up a bottle near you wherever you buy your groceries.
When your morning needs an extra boost, choose Starbucks Double Shot Energy. And then choose between delicious ready-to-drink flavors like vanilla, mocha, or white chocolate. Look for them wherever you buy groceries. A good day starts with better coffee. Start with Starbucks coffee.
He's pitched in just 6 games this season, only 4 2/3 innings with 3 strikeouts. So not a lot of experience. The Mets just praying he could throw strikes. They can't stop walking guys.
Well, if he can't do it, they might be pulling people out of the stands. Braves have a 6-3 lead. Runners at first and second. 2 downers, Austin Riley. Give you a wild stat after this first pitch to Riley. First and second, 2 down. Deadnil Nunez's first pitch swung on, fouled back. This is the 3rd time in the last 10 games where Mets pitchers have walked 9 batters.
Goodness.
And that's their season high. And 2 of those against the Braves. Tonight, then back on the 19th. The other was on the 15th against the Rays. 0-1 to Riley. And a ball low and outside. So they have set their season high and matched it now twice in a 10-day span. I mean, they can't find the strike zone for anything. 1-1 to Riley. And he missed high, 2 balls and a strike. 9 walks. I don't know how Jeremy Hefner has any hair left. He's their pitching coach. 2-1 to Riley. And he missed low, 3 balls and a strike.
Yeah, it seems like the Mets have prioritized velocity on their staff, and sometimes that goes hand in hand. The guys that can throw 99 and throw strikes, those are unicorns. So you got to live with some walks.
3-1 pitch. And that's hit in the air to deep left field. Nemo back over his head, off the wall on the fly. Olsen will score. Ozuna into third base. RBI double, as that was absolutely tagged by Riley. 7-3 Braves.
Oh, I love it, Ben. We got Mets fans getting up, getting out of here, trying to beat traffic.
They are hitting the aisles and making their way to the exits. Inning will continue for Drake Baldwin. There's the pitch on the way to Baldwin. That'll miss high. Well, they're actually finding that the Mets' play of late is actually more unpleasant than the 7 train.
And the game's not over, right? It's a 4-run game right now. They're just tired of watching.
They've seen this before. There's the 1-0 pitch. Baldwin swings and misses. That was RBI number 41 of the season for Riley. Drake Baldwin swings and misses at a high fastball. So 1-2. Again, the Mets in the bottom of the inning will have Nimmo, Soto, and Alonso, and it sure is a lot more comforting facing those guys with a 4-run lead, as the Braves have plated 2 runs here in the 8th inning. They'd like a couple more. They'll get a couple more with a base hit here by Baldwin. Ready with his 1-2, pitch on the way from Nunez, and he missed high and outside with a slider.
I'll tell you what, Adam Hammery's game score is not going to be very high. He's hoping for a C at best tomorrow when they grade the home plate umpire's game score. He has been all over the map tonight.
2-2. Low and inside, 3-2. Yeah, he's been guessing a few times, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Drake Baldwin hitless tonight, but he has walked twice. 7-3 Braves in the 8th. 3-2 pitch. And that'll be mashed out to second, caught by Ronnie Mauricio, knee high, as he was striding into shallow right field. But the Braves sent 7 men to the plate. They scored 2 more runs. And as we head to the bottom of the 8th, it's the Braves 7 and the Mets 3.
In baseball, there are...
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I saw you from across a cafe, and you're the Geico Gecko, right?
In the flesh.
Oh, my goodness. This is huge to finally meet you. I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Anyway, that's all. Enjoy the rest of your food.
No worries. So are you just going to watch me eat?
Oh, sorry. Just a little starstruck. I'll be on my way.
If you're going to stick around, just pull up a chair.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
Here's what the car insurance companies may think they know after a car crash. They know you probably don't know what your claim is worth, or how to calculate pain and suffering, lost wages and future earnings, current and future medical expenses, or diminished value to your car. But guess what? We do. And if we don't win your case, you owe us nothing. For a fairer fight, you know who to call. Farah and Farah. Tampa.
Spring Day is the most righteous time to hit up your group chat, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and get outside. Because when the outdoors calls, it's good to have exhilarating ice-cold refreshment to answer.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Morning decisions. A creamy mocha frappuccino drink? A sweet vanilla? Maybe a smooth caramel? Or that white chocolate mocha? Whichever you choose, delicious coffee awaits. Start your day with bottled Starbucks Frappuccino drinks. Pick up a bottle near you wherever you buy your groceries.
Here on The Fan, 680 and 93.7, home of the Braves.
Bottom of the 8th here at Citi Field. Braves push across 2 runs in the top of the inning, make the score 7-3. Dylan Dodd certainly appreciates that. He's in just the 8th relief appearance of his young career. He has made 7 this year and has yet to be scored upon. Probably a little bit more comfortable facing the top of this Mets lineup with that extra 2-run cushion. But he has been good this year. Opponents batting just 100 off of him. Let's see if he can continue that strong work here.
He's on the mound for the Yanmar strikeout the side inning. And if Dylan Dodd can strike out the side, our contestant, Garrett Keller, will be the lucky winner of a brand new Yanmar utility terrain vehicle. First pitch cutter for a strike. Enter all season long at Braves.com/Yanmar for your chance to win a Yanmar UTV and to be entered for a grand prize drawing at the end of the season. Yanmar, built together, backed longer. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Nimmo. Bouncer up the third base line, charging Riley, backhands, fires in one motion. What a play! Holy mackerel. Austin Riley with a great play over to his right. Quick exchange. And that's not a slow runner going down the first baseline. Nimmo with good wheels. And the Mets will now review this. One down.
Wow. You know, Riley was shaded over, shifted over in the 6-hole. That's a tough play, even if you're playing traditional third base position. And that just changes the complexion of the inning. You know, their leadoff hitter gotten out. Rather face Juan Soto. Nobody on. What a play.
It's fun to watch, isn't it?
It sure is.
Excellent play by Riley. One down for Juan Soto. He's walked twice and struck out once in this game. Left-on-left matchup, and he'll take a called strike. There are lots of moments, if you're a Braves fan, to look back on in this one and say, well, that was one of my favorite moments of the game. And, of course, the 6th inning and the 8th inning be right there at the top of the list. But the exchange between Strider and Soto after he struck him out in the 5th inning has got to be up there, too. There's a called strike. And for those of you who are listening at home and didn't get a chance to catch any of the exchange that those two had, Strider struck out Soto looking to end the 5th inning. And Soto, of course, complaining to Adam Hammery, as Soto often does when he doesn't get his way. 0-2 pitch on the way. That'll miss outside. And as Strider was walking off the field, he let Soto know. He said, that was right down the middle. It's right down the middle. I got you. And I love that.
Yeah.
And if that fires up the broadcasters, you know it fires up the team. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That'll miss high. Sometimes you got to tell that son of a gun what just happened.
Yeah, same story as last summer when he was a Yankee. And I remember Chris Sale punched him out, and he complained, and I made some waves in the Bronx by criticizing him. Same story here a year later.
2-2. Low and inside, 3-2.
You know, the strike zone should be the same for everybody. It doesn't matter how good of a hitter you are.
7-3 Braves as we're in the bottom of the 8th. 3-2 pitch. Ground ball up the middle. Allen to his left. Glides, gloves, and fires. 2 down.
Yeah. I wouldn't even call that a jog at the speed he ran to first base.
Power walk.
You're making that. You got that many commas in your contract, and you're going to walk to first base?
There's Juan Soto.
That is.
2 down for Pete Alonso. 7-3 Braves, bottom of the 8th. Alonso 1 for 3. He'll take a ball inside. A 5-run 6 for the Braves and a 2-run 8th. And they've had command of this game ever since. 1-0 to Alonso. Low and inside.
Yeah, Braves might have something here in Dylan Dodd. You know, I mentioned only 7 appearances. Now this is 8th appearance of the year, but man, all the underlying numbers are great. He's throwing strikes. You never know where your career is going to end up.
Trying to get Alonso for a 1-2-3 inning. And he'll miss high with a cutter. Left-hander Dodd, ball in a black glove right in front of his belt buckle. Trying to come back versus Alonso. And there's a called strike right at the top of the zone with a fastball. Well, the good news to back your point, the Braves in a position where they're looking for somebody to step up and claim a role. Dodd could do that. 3-1 pitch. Got that fastball by him. Swung on, missed.
Yeah, he's throwing a ton of cutters this year, 65% cutters, and that's resulted in a sky-high ground ball rate. 6 out of 10 outs he gets are on the ground.
Ready with a 3-2. Here it comes, and down goes Alonso. Fastball struck him out. Great inning by Dylan Dodd. Just zapped the Mets 1-2-3. We go to the top of the 9th inning, 7-3 Braves.
When you open a Corona, you hear this?
So, I was just parking my car, and then I saw you. The Gecko. Huge fan.
I'm always honored to meet fans out in the wild.
The honor is mine. I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app.
Well, the Geico app is top-notch.
I know you get asked this all the time, but could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, that means so much. Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help, I suppose.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
How do we respond to lowball offers from insurance companies?
With relentless litigation. For the justice you're entitled to after an accident, you know who to call.
Make it a Farrah fight. Fair and Farrah.
Tampa.
A spring day is the most righteous time to hit up your group chat, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and get outside. Because when the outdoors calls, it's good to have exhilarating ice-cold refreshment to answer.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Morning decisions. A creamy mocha frappuccino drink? A sweet vanilla? Maybe a smooth caramel? Or that white chocolate mocha? Whichever you choose, delicious coffee awaits. Start your day with bottled Starbucks Frappuccino drinks. Pick up a bottle near you wherever you buy your groceries.
When your morning needs an extra boost, choose Starbucks Double Shot Energy. And then choose between delicious ready-to-drink flavors like vanilla, mocha, or white chocolate. Look for them wherever you buy groceries. A good day starts with better coffee. Start with Starbucks coffee.
Is your power bill getting bigger and bigger?
You need CNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan, and streaming free on the Fan app.
Still dead Neil Nunez on the mound for the Mets. Mets pitchers with 9 walks in the game. One more free pass, and that would be a new season high for them. Also, the 9 walks for Braves batters, most that they have been walked in a game. Ties their season high. Check swing by Ozzie. He went. And that ties the 9 walk effort the Braves batters had against the Mets last week in Atlanta. Mets in the 9th will have Marte, McNeil, and Torrens due up. That'll be fouled off the foot of Ozzie Albies. He drops the bat in pain. He'll have to go walk around. You want to go back with Dodd for the 9th inning?
I don't hate it. I mean, he's looked sharp.
There's nobody out there in the bullpen.
Well, De Los Santos was throwing, so he's probably, hot, especially considering the temperature.
Okay.
So if we see him jump up with 1 or 2 outs, then we'll know he's coming in. But Dodd was very efficient there, 3 up, 3 down with a beautiful strikeout of the polar bear, who apparently doesn't like hot weather. So, yeah, I could see them going either way.
And right as you're saying that, Inyel has emerged and just kind of stirring out there behind the Braves bullpen mound. We're just looking on. To Ozzie Albies. And he'll pop one up. Infielders coming together. And this will be Lindor's ball right on the top of the mound. Nunez vacated the area like it was a fire drill, and then Lindor climbed to the top of the mound and made the catch. 1 down in the 9th.
I'll tell you what, if the fence was straight up, Ozzie would have 3 tanks tonight. He's hitting them right up the silo here today.
It's something I'm sure he wants to work on. One down in the 9th for Eli White. Braves leading 7-3. That'll be swung on and missed. Braves with 3 more outs in the bottom of the 9th would improve to 5-0 against the Mets this season. Keep playing like this, you're going to have a hard time getting the Braves out of New York on Thursday. 0-1 will miss outside. Now the Phillies, when we get home, still 2 games left in this series. Then we'll see the Phillies this weekend in Atlanta, followed by the Orioles. Or rather, the Angels, I should say, then the Orioles. 1-1. Eli swings and misses. Yeah, Phillies, Angels, Orioles on the next homestand, which will be the longest homestand of the year. And it's never too early to go ahead and make your plans to be there at some point or multiple times during that homestand. We'd love to see you at the ballpark. And hope that the Braves coming back to Atlanta after even more success than they've already experienced here in New York. All right, a pitch timer violation on Deadnil Nunez. Now a 2-2 count. Here it is to Eli White. And Eli strikes one in the air to right field in line with Juan Soto. Makes a chest-high catch. 2 away in the 9th inning. Tell you what's hard to believe. Just looking out onto the horizon. This series, home for those 3, like I mentioned, Phillies, Angels, Orioles. Road trip to Sacramento, St. Louis. All-Star break.
All-Star break.
Oh, that is right on us. And, of course, the All-Star game in Atlanta this year. I know you're going to be going to the game, aren't you?
I will, yeah, as long as they let my kids in.
Well, that's a toss of the coin right there. They might not. There's a called strike.
I should say, as long as they don't kick us out. Yeah, we'll be sitting down there in the Chop House. I won't have to wander too far for refreshments.
No.
Which will be nice.
I'm going to join you, I believe.
All right.
Well, I'm planning on going to the game. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fairchild swings and misses. I mean, there's so many nights where I'm sitting there in the radio booth and thinking, man, it'd be a good night to be in the Chop House.
Yeah.
That'll be the night to be in the Chop House.
Yeah, I can't wait. And I've been trying to explain to my kids, they're still a little young, 5 and 7, 10, that this is a special game. You know, it's not just any other game we go to at Truist. This is only happens once a year.
0-2 to Fairchild. He hangs alive, fouling back a slider. You got to play in one All-Star game, right?
I did. Yeah, 2015 in Cincinnati.
Is that the only Major League All-Star game you've attended?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this will be the first time you've been to one as a fan.
Yeah, I can't wait. It'll be much less stressful.
I bet it will. 0-2 to Fairchild. Sent fouled on the third baseline.
Yeah, I think the first All-Star game you go to, if you're lucky enough to go to multiple ones, is by far the hardest because you just don't know what to expect. And it's just constant. Got to be here. Got to talk to this person. And you're trying to make friends with guys who were your enemy 3 days before. And it's stressful that first time. I'm sure it's easier subsequently.
0-2 to Fairchild. And he'll swing and miss at a fastball for strike 3. Well, it's going to be a fun time, and hopefully the Braves are hot by the time we get to the All-Star break. They've taken a stride towards doing that. They've got a 7-3 lead as we head to the bottom of the ninth.
Today's highlight is brought to you by Toyota.
So, I was just parking my car, and then I saw you. The gecko. Huge fan.
I'm always honored to meet fans out in the wild.
The honor is mine. I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app.
Well, the Geico app is top-notch.
I know you get asked this all the time, but could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, that means so much. Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help, I suppose.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
When you've been in a crash and your mind's racing.
When you've fallen in a store and are blaming yourself.
When you've been hurt at work and you don't know what to do.
Or if you've been the victim of a medical mistake, we've got you.
We've got what it takes to prove a case that the insurance companies can't ignore.
With decades of experience and a track record of winning for our clients.
Farah and Farah, Tampa.
Morning decisions. A creamy mocha frappuccino drink? A sweet vanilla? Maybe a smooth caramel or that white chocolate mocha. Whichever you choose, delicious coffee awaits. Start your day with bottled Starbucks Frappuccino drinks. Pick up a bottle near you wherever you buy your groceries.
A spring day is the most righteous time to hit up your group chat, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and get outside. Because when the outdoors calls, it's good to have exhilarating ice-cold refreshment to answer.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
The Atlanta Braves, 680 The Fan, and of course the Fan app.
Well, 3 outs to go to lock down this 7-3 victory for the Braves. And Enyel De Los Santos will be the man on the mound in the ninth, looking to continue the excellent work of his bullpen mates we've seen here tonight. Pierce Johnson, Rafael Montero, and Dylan Dodd combined to throw 3 innings with 5 strikeouts and just 1 walk. No hits. These Mets have only gotten 2 hits tonight, so Braves doing a great job of keeping them on their back foot. Enyel has pitched 31 times this season, sporting a 3.73 ERA, but that belies how good his work has been here lately for these Braves. He's really come in to be a big part of this bullpen.
Well, folks, it has been almost 2 months since the Braves have won back-to-back games on the road. And they can do that with 3 outs right here. Here's the pitch on the way to Starling Marte. And he'll hit one in the air to left field. Back goes Fairchild to his left. He spots it. And he's got it for out number 1. 2 times this season, the Braves have won consecutive games on the road. And they happen in close proximity to one another. One of them in Arizona, pair there. And then later in that same road trip, I believe it was April 28th and 29th, they won back-to-back games in Colorado. They have not won back-to-back games on the road since then. One out for Jeff McNeil. McNeil takes a called strike. Meanwhile, for the Mets, this would be their 10th loss in the last 11 games. One fouled back, 0-2.
Yeah, with that fly out the left, Braves have not allowed a leadoff hitter to reach tonight. We've been talking about that, how important it is. These late innings where you got this lead, you want to keep the drama out of it, and getting that first out goes a long way to do that.
De Los Santos brings it, and the 0-2 pitch is outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. You and I are talking about the pitching matchups in this series, 4-game series, how the Braves had the 2 Spencers in games 1 and 2. Favorable pitching matchups. Swellenbach yesterday, Strider today. 1-2 pitch, check swing, didn't go, 2-2. And you knew you needed to win those 2 games. And look, nothing against Fuentes, as he'll be going tomorrow for the Braves. But that's a big change. So you needed to win these first 2 games. And the Braves on the cusp of doing that. 2-2 to McNeil. Fouled back. Didier Fuentes tomorrow night, 20 years old, making his 2nd Major League appearance. And then Grant Holmes goes Thursday. Yeah, that'd give you 2 cracks to win.
Yep.
One game, win the series.
Lock away this game, two wins, the first 2 games, and win 1 more. You got to feel good about that going home.
De Los Santos is 2-2. Sent foul into the seats of the lower bowl of the stadium down the third base line.
Or we can get greedy.
I like that.
I do too.
Look, if you win tomorrow with Didier Fuentes going and he picks up his first big league win, you'd really feel like you have to sweep it at that point.
Yeah.
But one thing at a time. Put this thing in the win column tonight. Again, the 2-2 pitch on the way to McNeil. Fouled back again.
Well, I'm going to go out on a limb and say this will be one of the lower points of the Mets season here these last couple weeks, and the next time we face them, they're going to be a different team. So you got to get them while they're down, especially because they're at the top of your division. Well, 2nd place, but they've been at the top for most of the season.
Right. 7-3 Braves, bottom of the 9th, bases empty, 1 down. 2-2 pitch in the air down the left field line, slicing foul into the seats. That's fastball 97 from De Los Santos. Try to get him once again. There's a ground ball fair down the left field line. Sent a fastball all the way into the corner. McNeil into second base. He's got a 1-out double. And for the Mets, just their 3rd hit tonight and their first extra base hit of the game. Pretty good battle there between De Los Santos and McNeil. And now Jared Young, who was the DH yesterday, will pinch hit for Luis Torrens. In the ball game last night, Young went 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a lineout. So Young into the game, 150 hitter, 3 homers. Braves have some action in the bullpen. Iglesias now out there warming his arm. There's a called strike. Well, for De Los Santos, he wants to close this on his own watch. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Young. Line shot up the middle, base hit. That'll advance McNeil to third base. He had to make sure he's going to get through. Eli White fires it into second base. So back-to-back hits for the Mets. A double and a single. And now the bat is in the hands of Beatty. And here comes Snett. So he'll be making the Pittington grass seed call to the bullpen. And it will be the right-hander Iglesias coming on when we come back. We'll tell you more about him when we return. 7-3 Braves here in the ninth.
Engineers and planners, do you have a project that needs a cultural resource assessment? This is Howard Sears, Senior Archaeologist with Wiregrass Archaeology. We're based in Mobile, Alabama, with an office here in Atlanta. Since 2007, our professional team has handled all types of cultural resource.
So, I was just parking my car, and then I saw you. The gecko. Huge fan.
I'm always honored to meet fans out in the wild.
The honor is mine. I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app.
Well, the Geico app is top-notch.
I know you get asked this all the time, but could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, that means so much. Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help, I suppose.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
Here's what the car insurance companies may think they know after a car crash. They know you probably don't know what your claim is worth, or how to calculate pain and suffering, lost wages and future earnings, current and future medical expenses, or diminished value to your car. But guess what? We do. And if we don't win your case, you owe us nothing. For a fairer fight, you know who to call. Farah and Farah. Tampa.
Choosing a bottled Starbucks Frappuccino drink that's all flavor and just 100 calories? Easy. Choosing between creamy vanilla, double chocolate, and sea salt caramel flavors? A little harder. Try the delicious new Starbucks Frappuccino light drinks. Look for them wherever you buy groceries. Start with Starbucks coffee.
Spring day is the most righteous time to hit up your group chat, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and get outside. Because when the outdoors calls, it's good to have exhilarating ice-cold refreshment to answer.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true.
That's why Snit pulled the trigger and said, you know what, I'm going to Iglesias here. I gotta get these last two in the lineup before it turns over.
Yeah, I don't want to see Lindor, Nimmo, or Soto till tomorrow.
Actually, yeah, it is a safe situation. Had to do a little bit of math there. It takes me a while.
Get tying run on deck. And Ronnie Mauricio. The batter is Brett Beatty. 7-3 Braves, bottom of the ninth. Runners at the corners, one out. First pitch to Beatty, misses outside. First pitch changeup. Beatty is 1 for 3. He's driven in 2 runs tonight. His single earlier was a 2 RBI single. Iglesias brings the 1-0 pitch. Low it in. 2 balls, no strikes. Well, the Braves are down 3-0 going into the 6th inning. Scored 5 times in the 6th, twice in the 8th, have a 7-3 lead. Trying to put this in the win column. 2-0 pitch in for a strike, 2-1. Braves have used Strider, Johnson, Montero, Dodd, De Los Santos, and now Iglesias. There's the 2-1 pitch on the way to Beatty. Low and in, ball 3. You can't be walking anybody.
No.
Iglesias trying to dig deep, find a way to come back and get Beatty. And the 3-1. And he gets a swing and a miss on a changeup. He's been heavy on the changeup here in this at-bat versus Beatty.
If he throws one good changeup down and away, Beatty's going to hit a ground ball to Ozzie. We're going to be done with this game here.
See if Iglesias can make his pitch. 3-2, runners at the corners. Pitch on the way, ground ball fouled on the right field line. He'd go back to the changeup. Iglesias kicking some dirt around out there on the rubber. Beatty climbs back in, gripping the bat with bright orange batting gloves. Steadies his bat behind his left ear. 3-2 pitch. Got him looking. Strike 3. A fastball just shocked him. Beatty can't believe it, but that was a good call. It's been a night where Hamry has had some bad ones, but that was a good one on a beautiful fastball by Iglesias.
Yeah, you show him that changeup so many times, and it's diving, and then you show him that beautiful fastball at bottom of the zone. Can't get his bat off the shoulder. Big strikeout there.
2 down for Ronnie Mauricio. And now Baldwin calls time, steps in front of the plate, flashes some signs. 1 more out, puts this thing in the win column for the Braves. That would get them at least a split here in New York. Pitch to Mauricio, and a ball outside with a changeup. Ronnie Mauricio is 0 for 3. He did have an RBI base hit against the Braves in the series at Atlanta last week. A 170 hitter. 1-0 pitch, missed inside with a fastball. No, he already caused himself enough stress and anxiety having to come back to get Beatty after he fell behind 3-1. Now he's 2-0 to the man who bats ninth. Pitch on the way. Now there's a strike. That fastball for the inside corner. Looking for the 27th out. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Strike two. A fastball, same place. His last 3 strikes, 2 versus Mauricio, and that last one versus Beatty, have come on the same pitch in the same location. It's down and into the left-handed hitters.
And the perfect spot to tunnel a changeup off of for a swing and miss.
Iglesias looking into his catcher Baldwin. Looking for one last good pitch, and the 2-2. Hit in the air to deep right field. Ronald Acuna back. Ronald back to the warning track. It's over his head, and one hops the wall. McNeil will score. Young will be held. It's a double by Mauricio, and it's a 7-3 game. Had him down to their final strike, and he blasted one off the wall in right field. And now you got to face the bad boys at the top of the order. Honestly thought Young could score on that play, but they don't want to roll the dice. RBI double, so now the tying run to the plate. Winning run is on deck in Nimmo. So here we go. Pitch on the way, low and inside, 1 ball and no strikes. Mets have fought their way to getting the top of the order back up. They're down to their final out, but they got the tying run to the plate. Nothing coming easy. 1-0 pitch. A chase and a miss and a changeup to even the count. Lindor is 3 for 11 in his career versus Iglesias. Ready for the 1-1. Here it comes. A swing and a miss and a fastball at the bottom of the zone. So once again, the Mets are down to their final swing. And once again, Iglesias trying to find the finish line. Couldn't do it versus Mauricio. A ball and 2 strikes. Pitch on the way. Ground ball to Ozzie. He secures. Throws to first base, and the Braves are a winner. They hold on and beat the Mets by a final score of 7-4, taking advantage of the Mets' mistakes on the mound. The Braves had a big 6th inning and a few more runs in the 8th, and they hold on tight and win it 7-4 over the Mets. They're now 5-0 against the Mets this season. And for the first time since the end of April, the Braves have won back-to-back road games. For the Mets in the 9th, 1 run, 3 hits, no errors, 2 left. Final score, Braves 7, Mets 4. Back with the totals after this.
Great teams win with smart plays. Just like great businesses win with Saia LTL Freight. As the exclusive freight and logistics company of the Atlanta Braves, Saia brings nationwide customer-first service that delivers every time. Need to move shipments across the country? Saia covers all the bases, coast to coast, to keep your business running smoothly. Make Saia part of your starting lineup. Visit Saia.com. That's SAIA.com.
When the game's on the line, making the right call can be the difference between winning or losing. Right, Blooper? Making the right call after you've been injured is no different. For more than 25 years, injured people have made the right call to John Foy and Associates after an accident. Why? Because they know we fight to get you everything you deserve, and we don't stop fighting until you get the most money possible. Proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Puka, Bella, I'm sure you've noticed some changes.
Who are you talking to?
I'm just practicing for when I...
So, I was just parking my car, and then I saw you. The gecko. Huge fan.
I'm always honored to meet fans out in the wild.
The honor is mine. I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app.
Well, the Geico app is top-notch.
I know you get asked this all the time, but could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, that means so much. Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help, I suppose.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
If you're in a slip and fall accident, time is not on your side. Stores have video footage that's crucial evidence in your case. You've got to act quickly. Call Farah and Farah so we can preserve it before it disappears. Tampa.
Morning decisions. A creamy mocha frappuccino drink? A sweet vanilla? Maybe a smooth caramel? Or that white chocolate mocha? Whichever you choose, delicious coffee awaits. Start your day with bottled Starbucks Frappuccino drinks. Pick up a bottle near you wherever you buy your groceries.
A spring day is the most righteous time to hit up your group chat, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and get outside. Because when the outdoors calls, it's good to have exhilarating ice-cold refreshment to answer.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
When your morning needs an extra boost, choose Starbucks Double Shot Energy. And then choose between delicious ready-to-drink flavors like vanilla, mocha, or white chocolate. Look for them wherever you buy groceries. A good day starts with better coffee. Start with Starbucks coffee.
This summer, Lazy Days RV of Tampa is handing you the keys to your next vacation. For a limited time, when you buy a new or used RV or complete a qualified RV service, you'll receive a free 3-day, 2-night stay at Camp Margaritaville RV Resort in Auburndale. Plus, for a limited time, make 0 payments for 45 days on the RV of your dreams. And with RV payments starting at just $4 a day, it's never been easier to hit the open road. Don't miss out on your 3-day, 2-night stay at Camp Margaritaville RV Resort on us. Visit Lazy Days RV of Tampa or lazydays.com today to kickstart your summer.
If your car's been totaled in a crash, you're entitled to collect what it retails for on the lot. But if insurance companies don't offer what you deserve, we're here to keep them honest. Farah and Farah.
Tampa. Your money quick, while other legal teams waste your time. Strike 2. Ken and his team are with you from start to finish. Other legal teams pass you off to a secondary team. Strike 3. 3 strikes. Those other legal teams are out. 1 call to Ken. That's all you need. 404-CALL-KEN.
1 call, that's all.
Want to hear a sound that's music to your ears? It's this one.
You're a winner!
Because that means you're an instant winner in the Cash 4 444 promotion. For 44 days, 444 Cash 4 players will win $444 right on the spot. Just listen for this prize alert when your ticket prints from the terminal.
You're a winner!
Or look for the prize alert on your ticket to see if you've won. There are 444 winners through July 1st. So play Cash 4 to instantly win an extra $444. Only from the Georgia Lottery. Play responsibly.
A golf instructor who knows technique can improve an aspiring pro's swing. But one who really cares can help transform a career.
There he is, your new champion.
When you team up with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC, leading based on top 10 U.S. commercial bank.
The All-Star break is in sight, and that can mean only one thing. 2025 Topps Baseball Series 2 is here. Series 2 has something for every baseball fan, showcasing the season's most exciting rookies and iconic moments from the game's greatest legends. 2025 Topps Baseball Series 2 is also packed with exclusive game-use memorabilia and autographs from the league's biggest stars. Get to your local hobby shop or Topps.com to build your collection today.
City of Hope is advancing cancer care at life-saving speed with teams of experts working together to personalize a treatment plan right down to your DNA. Learn more at cityofhope.org.
Stream Braves baseball in crystal clear HD on the Fan app. Now with Apple CarPlay, so you can get it directly through your dashboard. Download the Fan app now.
Braves get a win tonight here in New York. They've won back-to-back games here in this series. They won 5 straight versus the Mets, and they'll go for another one tomorrow in the 3rd game of this 4-game series. Braves and Mets once again under the lights tomorrow night at Citi Field in New York. And our Braves Radio Network coverage will begin at 5:55 Eastern with a Ford leadoff show. And then Darren and I have the first pitch tomorrow night at 7:10 Eastern, 6:10 Central. Didier Fuentes gets the ball for the second time in his big league career. He goes for the Braves. He's 0-1 with a 7.20 ERA. Clay Holmes will oppose him. He's a right right-hander for the Mets, who has gone 7-4 this season with a 3.04 ERA. So for the guys back in studio in Atlanta, that's Joe Virgin and Lucas Kochevar. Also for Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick, I'm Ben Ingram saying so long and good evening from Citi Field in New York. Final score, Braves 7, Mets 4. Stay tuned for the Hyundai postgame show coming up right now with Barrett Salee.
Thank you very much, Ben. Man, it is so fun beating those guys. Let's get to our Xfinity play of the game, and it came in the 6th inning, a tie game. Matt Olson steps in with a 2-out, 2-run double to give the Braves the lead, and ultimately they would keep that for the rest of the game. Xfinity knows live baseball is better with less freezing at the plate. That's why we deliver Wi-Fi built for streaming with ultra-low lag. Get the fastest connection to the Braves and stream more of the biggest moments from the best seat in the house with Xfinity. Totals, highlights, and sound from the clubhouse coming up after the break. You're listening to the Hyundai Postgame Show on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Thanks for listening to Atlanta Braves Baseball on the Braves Radio Network, lit by Louisiana Hot Sauce. This broadcast of Atlanta Braves Baseball is a presentation of the Atlanta Braves and Dickey Broadcasting Company, Atlanta. Any use of the accounts, descriptions, and audio of today's game without the express written consent of the Atlanta Braves Major League Baseball Club and Dickey Broadcasting Company is strictly prohibited. Don't move, because the Hyundai Postgame Show is up next on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network, lit by Louisiana Hot Sauce.
From joyful occasions to the unexpected, First Franklin Financial makes loans for living, offering fixed rates and flexible terms on loans up to $15,000. The next time you're looking for some extra cash to help make ends meet, come see the friendly Franklin folks or visit us at oneffc.com to learn more. All loan terms and APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria and may require collateral. First Franklin Financial Corporation is licensed by the Virginia State Corporation Commission, CFI 215. Georgia Residential Mortgage Licensee 5656, MMLS number 141654. Not available in North Carolina.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check the GPS directions first, before driving to the mall.
Turn right at the light. In 1,000 miles, you will reach Montreal.
Not Montreal, the mall.
Recalculating. 6,000 miles to Nepal.
No, the mall.
Checking first is smart.
Recalculating.
So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Hey, Braves fans, summer is officially here, and you know what that means. Bugs, termites, mosquitoes, ants, and roaches will be out in full force. Luckily, you can trust the pros at Arrow Exterminators to keep your home pest-free inside and out. Arrow protects homes and businesses and is the official pest control provider of Truist Park and the Braves, so you know you're getting the best from the best. To set up a free pest inspection, call 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com.
Hi. Sorry, did I startle you? When you're used to hearing a certain type of commercial, something like this can, well, take you by surprise. That's kind of how it is with the Lexus RX, a vehicle that has continued to defy expectations for over 25 years. From the first luxury vehicle of its kind, to the first hybrid luxury vehicle, to the only plug-in hybrid worthy of the RX name. We understand you want more than the everyday SUV. And isn't being understood an amazing feeling? Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
The original Louisiana brand hot sauce. It's the perfect balance of peppers, vinegar, and the salty tears of Mets fans. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some.
Braves fans, this is Mike Morgan, founder and CEO of 13 Heroes. Like you, I was devastated when tragedy struck in 2021, killing 13 U.S. service members in Afghanistan. From then, I immediately founded 13 Heroes for a way to give back to the families who lost their loved ones. 13 Heroes is a premium, award-winning line of spirits with the purest and smoothest liquid on the market. Please help turn tragedy into legacy by picking up a bottle of 13 Heroes at your local bottle shop or visit 13heroes.com. Proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Solomon Brothers Jewelers is back as your preferred jeweler of the Atlanta Braves. As they get ready for the official season, it's time to get ready for engagement season. And that is at Solomon Brothers Jewelers. With the best prices and the largest inventory on loose diamonds and engagement rings you will find in the entire city. We're proud to be the best local jeweler here in the city. So come visit us at any of our 3 locations in Buckhead, Alpharetta, or Sharpsburg, online at solomonbrothers.com.
If you're a working electrician, you've got 2 options. Work for a contractor and have no power or leverage. Or work with us and have your choice of jobs with multiple contractors, protection on the job, benefits for retirement, and people that have your back. I'm Kenny Mullins for the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 613. If the second option sounds better to you, come join us. Visit IBEW613.org and click Join Us.
Hey, Braves fans, don't get tricked into following the baseball season or the Atlanta sports scene anywhere else. Listen to Cellini and Domino weekdays 10 to 2 on 680 The Fan.
Another ball game is in the books, and we've got it all covered. This is the Hyundai Postgame Show on the Braves Radio Network. All the highlights, news, and audio from today's game is on the way. All driven by your local Hyundai dealer. Proud sponsor of the Atlanta Braves. Visit buyhyundai.com.
1-2 to fly ball deep right field. Hanging high, carrying back to the chop house. Look out! It's a 3-run home run.
Now live from the Battery Atlanta at Truist Park. It's time for the Hyundai Postgame Show on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Welcome into the Braves Radio Network studios right here in the Battery Atlanta. We are just steps away from the right field gate at Truist Park. Braves 7-4 winners up there at Citi Field in New York. They pound out 5 runs in the 6th, 2 in the 8th to get the dub. The Braves have now won 9 of their last 13 games, and they've clinched at least a split of the Mets up there in the 4-game set in New York. Let's get to the highlights. Bottom of the 4th, Spencer Strider loads the bases. Jeff McNeil at the plate with 1 down, looking to crack the scoreboard for the first time.
McNeil climbs back in, steadies his bat. Strider comes set right at the belly. Baldwin sets up on the outside corner. 2-2 to the plate. Lifted towards left field. Verdugo angling over towards the line. Verdugo has got it. Tagging from third base, Soto. He comes to the plate. Here comes the throw slightly up the first base line, and it's 1-0 Mets.
Later in the inning, same score. Bases loaded with 2 down, with Brett Beatty facing Spencer Strider, looking to put up a crooked number.
0-1 to Beatty. Line drive into center field, a base hit. Scoring Alonso, right behind him Marte. First to third for Torrens, and it's a 2 RBI single for Beatty. And it's now 3-0 Mets in the 4th inning. RBIs 25 and 26 for Beatty. He's had a good series. That's his 3rd hit of the series.
Still 3-0, top of the 6th. Huascar Brazoban in for Frankie Montas on the hill for the Mets. And Brazoban promptly walks the bases loaded. Ozzie Albies at the plate looking to get the Braves on the scoreboard.
Bases loaded, no one out. 1-2 pitch in the air to right field. Juan Soto drifting back, makes the catch in deep right. Ozuna will tag. He will come in and score. And the Braves on the board with a sac fly from Ozzie Albies. So the Braves put a dent in the scoreboard. It's 3-1.
Same score, still in the 6th. Jose Castillo comes in for Brazoban, and the first batter he faces is pinch hitter Eli White.
Riley at third, Baldwin at first to the 0-1. And Eli shoots one off the third baseman's glove, Beatty. It rolls over to the shortstop, Lindor. Nothing he can do about it. Riley scores, and it's a 1-run game. Eli White got just enough mustard on it to get it off the glove of Beatty and zip it by him where he couldn't squeeze it. And now down to second base goes Baldwin. Braves have him at first and second in a 1-run game.
Still in the 6th, bases loaded after Castillo hits Michael Harris II. Nick Allen at the plate looking to tie it up with his 3rd hit of the game.
The 2-2 pitch. And Allen ropes one in the right field for a base hit. Charging to the plate and scoring now Baldwin, and the game is tied. Nick Allen is 3 for 3, and the Braves come surging back and making them pay.
We're still in the 6th. It's a tie game after a Ronald Acuna strikeout. Matt Olson steps in with 2 out, and the bases loaded, looking to give the Braves the lead.
Garrett deals, and Olson slugs one into right field. A base hit for Matt. Eli scores. Here comes Michael Harris. He scores. And the Braves' first baseman deals a huge blow here in the top of the 6th inning. It's a 2 RBI single, and the Braves have a 5-3 lead.
The Braves notched 4 walks, 3 hits, and put up a 5 spot in the 6th to take the 5-3 lead. 2 down in the top of the 8th after Dickie Lovelady walks Ronald Acuna Jr. Matt Olson steps in again, looking to do a little more damage.
Dickie Lovelady brings the 0-2, and Olson whips one into right center field, into the gap. That's going to continue to roll. Acuna off to the races, hits the bag at third. Here he comes to the plate. Mets hit the cutoff man, RBI double. Matt Olson hitting him where it hurts tonight, and it's 6-3 Braves in the 8th.
Top of the 8th, Daniel Nunez in for Lovelady. 2 on, 2 down with Austin Riley looking for an add-on run.
3-1 pitch. And that's hit in the air to deep left field. Nemo back over his head, off the wall on the fly. Olsen will score. Ozuna into third base. RBI double, as that was absolutely tagged by Riley. 7-3 Braves.
The Mets try to make it interesting in the bottom of the ninth. 2-on with Yasiel Iglesias in for the Braves. Ronnie Mauricio at the plate as the Mets are down to their final strike.
Looking for one last good pitch, and the 2-2. Hit in the air to deep right field. Ronald Acuna back. Ronald back to the warning track. It's over his head, and one hops the wall. McNeil will score. Young will be held. It's a double by Mauricio, and it's a 7-3 game. Had him down to their final strike, and he blasted one off the wall in right field.
Back to the top of the order, the next batter is Francisco Lindor, and he has a chance to tie it up against Iglesias.
A ball and 2 strikes. Pitch on the way. Ground ball to Ozzie. He secures. Throws to first base, and the Braves are a winner. They hold on and beat the Mets by a final score of 7-4. Taking advantage of the Mets' mistakes on the mound, the Braves had a big 6th inning and a few more runs in the 8th, and they hold on tight and win it 7-4 over the Mets. They're now 5-0 against the Mets this season. And for the first time since the end of April, the Braves have won back-to-back road games. For the Mets in the 9th, 1 run, 3 hits, no errors, 2 left. Final score, Braves 7, Mets 4.
Spencer Strider gets the win for the Braves. He's 3-5 on the season. Jose Castillo gets the loss. He's 0-2. Raisel Iglesias the save, his 9th of the season. Hey, Braves fans, there's never been a better time to test drive that Hyundai that you've always wanted. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Hyundai is a proud partner of the Atlanta Braves. We'll take a break. When we come back, you'll hear sound from the clubhouse. This is the Hyundai postgame show on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Welcome to Dugout Radio, the undisputed home of Boomtown Baseball.
The Wi-Fi is booming with Xfinity, baby. Our next caller is
Stacy. How do you stay locked in on every pitch and play?
We stream it all live on Xfinity Internet with low lag, 99.99% network reliability, and speeds faster than a base runner beating the throw to home plate.
I stream on my TV, tablets, even my smart fridge.
Smart fridge?
With all those games, we gotta refuel.
Stream live baseball with Wi-Fi built for the biggest moments. Xfinity. Restrictions apply. Actual speeds vary, not guaranteed.
Napa has the parts and the expertise to help your business stay ahead of the game. That's why Napa is a proud partner of the 2025 Atlanta Braves. 2 legends driven to win from the field to the open road. While Napa is powering fleets and garages across the country, the Braves are delivering pennants, MVPs, and championships. So no matter the size of your business, Napa are the pros that know how to keep you moving at full speed.
Ever feel like the road is out to... Thankfully, Hyundai is always working to ensure it doesn't, with over 130 IIHS Top Safety Awards since 2006. IIHS Top Safety Awards include Top Safety Pick and Top Safety Pick Plus awards to Hyundai vehicles from 2006 to 2025.
Lease a Hyundai Tucson for $259 a month, or get 3.99% APR for 72 months, or $1,750 bonus cash. Hyundai is a proud partner of the Atlanta Braves. Offers end July 7th. Call 224-661-0068 for details.
Hurry up and get your Braves tickets for the 2025 season. With great matchups and multiple seating options and packages available, there's something every fan will love. Visit Braves.com/tickets today.
Hey, Braves fans, it's Ben Ingram for Emory Healthcare. If you're like me, you get the day going in a hurry with a lot to get done. But what if a nagging joint pain or sports injury is holding you back? Go to Emory Orthopedics. With multiple clinic locations across Metro Atlanta and 1 in Flowery Branch, you'll find the expert care you need. Emory is also home to the only dedicated hospital in Georgia focused on spine, hip, and knee surgery. As the official team healthcare provider of the Braves, Emory will treat you like a pro. Learn more at emoryhealthcare.org/ortho.
Go ahead, caller. Got a question for Michael Harris II?
Michael, seriously, is that your Ford Bronco?
Yeah, a customized Bronco Raptor.
What do you like about it?
It's a great drive, comfortable, lots of smart tech, and it's ready for just about any adventure. And I look good in it.
No matter where you go to find your next adventure, find it in a smart and rugged Ford Bronco or Bronco Sport SUV. For great offers, see your local Ford dealer. Proud sponsor of your Atlanta Braves.
Hey, Braves fans! SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the A, meaning SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the official ticket marketplace of.
That ball was crushed.
And
Did you see that?
whether you're buying or selling tickets to Braves games or to any other live event across Braves country, SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be part of every home team win. SeatGeek, the official ticket marketplace of Let's Go Braves!
Hey everybody, Buck Bellew here. When the Braves don't play at 7, join me for the new Buck Bellew Show here on The Fan, 680 and 93.7, home of the Braves.
This is the Hyundai Postgame Show, presented by your local Hyundai dealer, proud sponsor of the Atlanta Braves. Visit buyhyundai.com. Now more postgame coverage on the Braves Radio Network.
Welcome back to the Hyundai Postgame Show. Barrett Sallee with you here in the Braves Radio Network studios. Hey, fans, attorney Ken Nugent and pitcher Chris Sale of your Atlanta Braves are teaming up to show appreciation for Georgia's first responders who, with one call, that's all, put Georgians first.